whatever conversation we have backstage, we can have. Hey, True Believers England team here. How you doing? Yeah, Bankman's not here yet, and he says he's on his way. Of course, going to grab some food and everything. So, what's up? By the way, today was so freaking hot. Have you ever had one of these moments? It's like the air conditioner they gave us is useless, except for raising our electric bill. To the point where I did not want to do anything. I like sat in front of a fan. I got packages ready to ship, and fell asleep. That was it. I did not want to move. It was so freaking hot in here. That was ridiculous. And Gail, when she came home, we got dinner and then fell asleep. That was it. And I woke up at 10:13. I was like, holy shit, we better get downstairs because I didn't have a thumbnail ready and I didn't have the overlays down. I was like, oh, she's got to gotta go. What can I do? Okay. So there you go. All righty. Yes, tonight we are doing the covers from the 1990s. I went and I tried to find the coolest, some iconic, but mostly interesting 90s comics. I came up with about 50 that I then had to go, okay, take this away. Nope, you got way too many Batman. Let's get rid of so most of these. I might not have all Batman, but man, the Batman family is definitely involved in tonight. Let's see, is Ecto-1 not running? Let's just so busy. I'll be on as soon as I get home, says Comic Frog. Yeah, we'll stall out a little bit, I guess. Let's see what we got. Englantino is clocking out from a shift underneath the bridge.
And there he goes. So, MK, Eric, how you guys doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
The back that has the, that is right. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I can't even remember what it's called. The
flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the shirts. There's a site that I order shirts from. So the new one that they got. Pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, actually, they had a couple of Back to the Future shirts at FYE too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There he is.
I just shared shared the tier maker with you on the just in case it happens where they drop off and done. Let's see. Ecto-1 not running. Let's see.
Yeah. Dark Admiral poses a really good question.
What's up? How many of them are Penthouse comics? I like my channel. Thank you very much. That being said, there is going to be a topic coming up that includes a Cherry Pop-Tart cover. So.
Yeah. Well, and I keep saying we could include an Adam Hughes or a Penthouse Comics Adam Hughes cover.
If it can be done without breaking any rules, then yeah, I don't care.
I think it's perfectly fine. The woman's completely covered.
Yeah, if that's the case.
It's the one with the hurricane on the front, tugging at her glove with her teeth. It's awesome.
Oh, I do have to apologize. I don't have boxes. I ran out of boxes. Gail helped me run out of boxes. She did not understand that big mess that's in the closet in here, where when I receive a box, I put it away for future shipping. She did not understand that's what was going on. So I got together a whole bunch of boxes and then.
Did Stanford convert a 3rd and 18?
Say again?
Oh, I was just looking over. Stanford had a 3rd and 18. And next thing I know, they've got a first down. Oh, I see. It was a face mask on the sack.
Let's see. How many of them are Penthouse? I'd say one of them should be Hulk 340, which Henry, I'll say this now, as I've said in front of many recent, I don't have your favorites. Never guess what's going to be on this on these. Hulk 340 probably could have been. I'm going to tell you straight up, it's not. My dad has a deep voice, and MK sounds like he could be his dad. That's funny. Oh, thank you for the super chat. So, who is watching Rings of Power season 2? Who? The Black Pills, I guess. They're making a mint on it, right? I mean, they watch an episode and then make a video that gets thousands and thousands and maybe 100,000 of views. Yeah.
I mean, chronicling the stupidity and just terrible writing.
And I guess maybe we should do that. I could use the views, but it would mean I'd have to watch Rings of Power. I watched the first episode of, well, let me be honest. I watched the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes of the first episode and slept through the rest of it. And then I turned it back on. I was like, okay, I got to give this its day in court, be honest about it. So I watched the first 10 minutes and then the last 10 minutes because I fell asleep again. And by the way, thank you again, Rhaegar, for the $2 super chat. It was ridiculous. I could not make it through. I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I received my first order the other day. Thanks. They arrived in great shape. I'll try to do better next time, Brian. Sorry that they arrived in great shape.
To bring up something tangentially to Rings of Power, because if you've heard or read anything about the first episode of season 2, basically Sauron is Venom, number 1, essentially. Which is
Sauron is Venom?
Well, essentially in that he gets killed, he turns into black goop, and then you see him, like, the black goop then, like, takes, like, a rat or something and eats it, takes a caterpillar and eats it, then falls out or slimes its way into something, falls out the back of a out of a hole, gets run over by a cart, attaches itself to the wheel, hops in the cart, kills the woman that was driving the cart, and then that absorbing that body, I guess, allowed it to take human.
That's ridiculous. And this is what they believe is Tolkien's vision.
Yes.
Thank you again for $2 super chat. It's bad. It ain't just I'm not blaming them. I think it's brilliant that they make hundreds and probably more people watch their videos than they do the actual Rings of Power. But it's just, I tried, guys. It's like the whole acolyte thing. I can't take it. I'm too weak, I guess. I can't watch that shit.
Yeah.
I kept saying, I'm gonna I'll do an episode to episode. I'll do it, but that means I gotta watch it. I don't want to. You know what I'm having a hard time watching, seriously, and it's good so far, is The Watchmen. I've tried to watch that thing like 4 times already. They put out an animated Watchmen.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, wait a minute, you're talking about that god-awful live-action HBO?
No. Here's the thing. The Watchmen cartoon is page for page. They're doing it. They're doing a very good adaptation of The Watchmen. It's just, I turn it on and then I'm like, what else can I do? I don't know why. It looks good. If you have not watched a Watchmen film or you haven't read the book in a long time, check it out. It's awesome. But I've just been having a hard time getting through these things. It's just,
But what I wanted to bring up relating to Rings of Power, and it was something that I saw on X today. So again, one of the themes, and I guess in season 2 is, they're going to try and explain or show that, why did Sauron turn to evil or something like that? And it led to something that I saw talking about what is this fascination over the last, decade or so of trying to make villains relatable and understandable, what was it that turned that poor person, to be a bad person, and we've seen it with, the Maleficent movies, Cruella. There's a whole host of things, and
but they're trying to make you relate to the bad guy, like, oh, maybe they're not so bad.
Yes, exactly.
He's supposed to be the ultimate evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to get that further later in the year with the Wicked movie when it comes out because of the Wicked book and the
but that's been done
and the play.
I think differently of things in the last 10 years than I do the things that had the same theme 20 years ago, because I know 20 years ago it was an interesting take. Now it's an agenda. It's a complete different thing. It's like read The Sandman, and it's got a lot of gay people in it. It's got trans people in it. It is very much of today, but it was the story that was being told. Nowadays, I can't trust it just to be a story to be told, because of how many people have just straight up said, yeah, I've got the agenda, I'm pushing this agenda. And it's completely different now. It's just it's the way they approach things. For fuck's sake, we've got 2 shows, one from Marvel and one from Star Wars, that has straight up been made out of spite. The Acolyte, they flat out said they're telling us to go ourselves. She-Hulk, the showrunner, came out and just said, they're here to tell us to go ourselves. But yeah, we're waiting for RDV to jump on, and then we're gonna get done.
And letting the crowd build for a change. It's a Friday night.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right.
I was thinking, especially after reading Fantastic Four 258 the other day, the Doctor Doom issue, and I think at times some writers have kind of attempted that, but thankfully, although again, I haven't read a ton of Marvel comics lately, so I don't know what they're doing with Doctor Doom right now. Well, except I know that he wound up basically stealing the Sorcerer Supreme power at the end of Blood Hunt or whatever. So now it's Doom as the Sorcerer Supreme, and then they're supposed to lead to some event. But anyways, there have been chances where, again, like that Fantastic Four 258 is just an amazing read, because there are times where you're like, okay, some of the things that Victor Von Doom is doing isn't bad. He believes in Latveria. He wants to protect it. He wants to protect the citizens. But then, if you cross it, you're dead. And there's no 2 ways about it. And there's a great thing where
I'll tell you something that surprised me. When I wake up earlier than anybody in the family, I sometimes just quietly go into the hallway where I've got my hardcover comics and trade paperbacks, omnibuses, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at them. And sometimes I just do. I pull out, I'll flip through, put it back on the shelf. And I pulled off the shelf Injustice 2 by Tom Taylor. And I was like, wow, I don't even think I've read this. And so I open it up, start reading, and it's absolutely a great time. And I'm like, what the honest F? Seriously. This guy will piss you off with everything he writes for Marvel and DC. Well, except for in continuity. And here he does Injustice 2. Injustice is good. Deceased is good. And I was like, it amazes me. It makes me mad at the other shit, That being said, RDV just got home. Why don't we get this thing started? All righty. 1990s comics, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, don't expect your favorite, but expect some cool covers here. Eric, you're in the driver's seat. You ready to get it started?
Sure.
All righty. You have Flash issue number 56.
I like it. Flash in the Snow Globe. 2 issues past probably the best single issue in the series.
Which one would that be?
54 is where a flight attendant gets.
Love it. Yes, I was actually thinking if that's where you were going.
Yeah. I think we did a retrospective on that. It's been so long, I can't remember what we did and what we did. I'm gonna give us a 10. I really like this.
All righty. And how about you, MK?
Yeah, I like it too. I like how. Oh yeah, I just realized it's a snow globe, right? And I'm assuming that's not Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold, right? His hand.
Well, you know what they say about assuming.
Hmm.
When you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption.
I like
No, this is the icicle, actually.
Oh, the icicle. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, the house kind of reminds me of Home Alone house a little bit. Not quite exactly, but and it kind of looks like he's throwing you know, how he could throw lightning sometimes. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, he's about to throw that lightning bolt, right? Above him with his name. Yeah, I give it a 10. I like it. It's cool.
All righty. How about you, LK?
It's an interesting concept. You know, it's nice. I don't necessarily think it's anything great. I'll give it an 8.
Okay. And RDV, how you doing, sir?
Doing wonderful. Murder on Ice. Now at a near Disney theme park. Murder on Ice. Yeah, this is a 10. I like it.
Alrighty. And you know what? I was looking through, and my first thought was I was going to grab the cover to the one that Eric talked about, because it's got some great depth. You know, you see him falling from an airplane. You see the city underneath him.
I love that one too.
Yeah, it's an awesome cover in itself. But when I saw this, I thought, you know what? What it reminded me of was the Krampus. If you've ever seen that movie, and you find, everything takes place, they're all trapped in a snow globe and everything. And I thought, wow, this is just awesome. I kind of like this. The icicles, gloved hand, holding on to it. This is awesome. This is pure awesomeness. So I'm going to join Eric and RDV. I guess
it's supposed to be Captain Cold, right? Glove?
No, that's the icicle.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep, from he's a JSA villain mostly. Okay, so going to the chat, Jose says 8. Alrighty, and let's see, Ethereal says 9. I had to, by the way, I read it. I read the write up on this, because otherwise I thought the same thing. It's Captain Cold. Okay, Michael Taylor says 8, and Eric says 9. Pretty cool cover. See what I did there? 8, 9 already. Let's see. 7 from Eddie, 8 from Brian, and Joe says 9. So we've got a 7, an 8, and a 9. And then AU says Flash meets The Shining equals 9. Next up, very nice.
Oh. Yep, and there he goes, folks.
Who says the best Flash? Wally West.
Yeah. So I just wanted to let everybody know this is specifically the X-treme DC comic book covers from the 1990s. So I guess Marvel will be Sunday.
I don't know, man.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's, he said, that was his plan.
Yeah. But I noticed as I was looking at it.
Oh, hello. Alpha Eagle continues the ice puns, very nice, giving it an 8. And then we have, let's see, Clever, Arnie's Mr. Freeze puns attacks. You're right, it's almost Home Alone, says Eddie. Let's see, 6 from Rhaegar. And 9 Snow Globe or Crystal Ball. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, let's see. We've got Maranya says Flash 56, intriguing concept, very well rendered. Black background sets off the snow globe and the villain's hand. Weird trade dress entitled "Don't Detract." This is an ice cold 10. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Did he do Horror Christmas? Looks like the Flash is trying to grab the lightning bolt. He does, right? Best worst use of the snow globe is the last episode of St. Elsewhere. A lot of people, yeah. Flash 56 gets a 6. I like the hand. That's it. Alrighty. And let's see. Oh yeah, today is DC. Tomorrow is independent, and Sunday is independent, and Monday is Marvel.
I was like, tomorrow is independent.
Yeah, tomorrow is the auction. There we go. Okay, so what we got here, kids, is 2 6s. Trying to knock out those 4 10s. It's going to need help from that 1 7. It's still not working. And then those 5 8s are going to take out the last 10 and 4 of those.
I like counting
9
the covers.
Those 6 9s. This is the 9.
I like counting, see how many covers you've never sold on the auction.
Yeah. Like I saw your comment. How many of these are we just stared at in the auction? 90s books can do that, but do you know what? I don't think this one.
There's only one we stared at, and it's coming up.
LK, you get the JLA.
Well, so there we go. Okay, now let me move that up there and put the start in the chat. JLA, specifically JLA number 23.
Number 23.
Starro cover. Yeah, not bad. The idea there and again, the perspective of how small our heroes are compared to Starro here about to take over the planet. It's solid. I'm going to say it's good. It's a 7.
Alrighty. How about you, RDV? Oh wait, I skipped MK on that. How about you, RDV?
Just trying to figure out who's in the orange streak up there in the top. That's good. It's going to die first.
That would be Orion. He was part of the.
I thought it was. That was weird.
Yeah, but he was part of the JLA at the time.
Also, I like to point out that Superman's doing his kick is the knee up pose.
Yeah,
Old school pose. Put on the brakes. I like this. I like it. Yeah. If Starro's that big and he's on the Earth, there's a lot of tropical storms going on. He's just messed up the whole entire world. I'm gonna give it a 9 though.
All right.
Yeah. Well, climate change is one of the greatest.
I'm only giving it a 9 because it's Kyle and not Hal, because Hal's dead at 7.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kyle Rayner.
How about you, Eric?
Well, I was going to give it an 8 until I realized that is Kyle Rayner, so I'm going to give it a 9 because I love Kyle Rayner.
They don't. Sure.
Nathan just wants to put him in a refrigerator.
He should have been a refrigerator, not Alex.
Kyle Rayner Green Lantern was awesome. Kyle Rayner post Flashpoint, not so much. Actually, I didn't like Ion either, but.
Okay, so we've got 9, and then how about you, MK?
Yeah, I'll give this a 10. I like how they're I like how some of that Starro, right? Yeah, I like how he's eyeing the Justice League. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool cut. I like the effects. I like how my only drawback I would say is Superman's pose looks a little almost like he's stopping in midair there. But yeah, and I'm a big fan of Kyle Rayner. He's actually probably my favorite male Green Lantern.
Is it a super dick recovery? He's gonna let them go off and fight.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit of an artist, so that's one reason why I like them personally. Because he's kind of different in that way. The others are just like, constructs, machines, planes. He's an artist, so he stands out.
Okay. And let's see. That would leave Eric. Eric, did you put in your 2 cents?
Hey, you said he hates Kyle.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's my turn. I've got to pop off 10 here. Once again, when I was looking through, I remember, Justice League did this. I completely forgot about this cover. And I looked and I went, wait a second, is that Starro? And he's like embracing the world, like he's just kind of grabbed onto it.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
And I just thought, wow, what a striking image this is. It almost doesn't need any of the Justice Leaguers. They're almost a distraction to the coolness of what we're seeing here. But ultimately, I've got to give this one a 10.
Alpha Ego, I think he's supposed to be purple, but for reason he's green in this cover. Maybe they retconned it.
All right, let's see. We got a 10 from Eddie and 9 from Jose saying that one's cool. A 9 from Joe as well. So we got a 10 and 2 9s. Let's see, 8 from Ethereal Dragon. And a 6 from Brian Stam. Could be a lot better. Give it a 6. I disagree so much, but hey, everybody's got their own opinions. What are the chances that this comic Starro story is better than the Starro story in the Suicide Squad movie? Hey, that was a pretty freaking cool movie, Rhaegar. And he gives it a 9.
I'd say there probably is a good chance it's better than the movie.
Let's see. 7 says Michael Taylor. Very cool colors. Alrighty, and then we got great concept, but it seems a little bit off to me. Give it a 7, says Eric and Boyd. Let's such as Batman Beyond Brave, Bold, Robins. I don't know what that came from. Crap, I gotta go. I have to pick up my daughter. See you guys. Take care. See you later, man. Take care. I've been there. Maranya says JLA 23, odd rendering style of his cover, painted, lots of odd texture and Starro. The concept is good. Rendering is off. Score Starro 7. All right. Unique, colorful, powerful perspectives. AU says give it a 10. But Dark Admiral says 7. Let's see. Isn't Starro supposed to be pinkish purple? Maybe it also has something to do with the Martian Manhunter.
I was thinking right there. That's our
I
first
haven't read this in a long time. Yeah. 8 from 1 Slick. Alrighty.
I've never read it, but I imagine if he got control of Martian Manhunter, then he can affect everybody else more.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I haven't read this in forever. 2 6s knock out 2 of those 4 10s. The 4 7s knock out the last 2, and then 2 of those 5 9s. And we've got 3 9s versus 3 8s, and I always round down this an 8.
Or maybe it's not Starro. Maybe it's Starro's cousin.
Alrighty. And it is MK's turn, and we shall start him off with JSA Liberty Files number 1.
Oh, wow. Interesting cover. That man almost looks like Owlman, that a little bit. Maybe it's the glasses or something. I don't know. Yeah, pretty cool cover. I like the, was that a giant V? I see the trident. Trying to figure out what that V is exactly. Yeah, pretty neat cover. I like the details. I like the
Watchmen, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking V for Vendetta. Watchmen, no. Yeah, Joker looks just insane as usual. Trying to figure out who that guy in front of Batman is with the bragging.
Yeah,
Green Lantern. If you look, he's got.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that Green Lantern? It looks like a lantern on his.
Or it's Aura Man.
Well, that's Dr. Midnight and
I know.
Green Lantern. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the tanks in the background and the planes. It's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely like a very war almost war theme like kind of cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go 10. I'll go 10. I like the.
All right. And how about you, LK? Oh wait, yeah. How about you, LK?
I kind of agree with the comments I'm seeing in the chat already. I don't like it. The Joker of everything is just so off-putting to me. I'll give it a 6.
All righty. RDV.
This only reminds you of at the end of the Justice League Snyder cut. This kind of looks like they're in the tank world, the futuristic world, desert world, with all the orange and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a tank there too. It's like it's just. Is this an Elseworld story or is this a normal story?
It's an Elseworld.
I was gonna say, everybody looks very different.
Yeah,
especially Batman. Yeah. That's an old school looking Batman with the goggles and everything. It is a little crowded. The orange does make things blend in a lot. So I gotta knock it down to at least about a 6. But I do like the Joker in the front there. It's a different Joker we're used to looking at.
Yeah. Okay, Eric, what do you think?
It looks more like Dr. Midnight.
The guy in the front with the hawk?
Who was a member, but I like Sparks. I'm pretty sure this is Tony Harris, and it reminds me of all the Starman covers. And I do like that. So I'm going to go 8.
All righty. And before we move on, thank you for the super chat. Murky Halia Lake saying I have I guess the Mad Love, the Harley shirt that's the thumbnail. I love that image. When I said, okay, it's time to look for covers for the 90s, that's actually the first one I thought of. So yeah, there's no way I'm not having that. It's a great image. Great image. Gee, I wonder what I'm going to be giving it when it shows up. What are you giving this, Eric?
8.
8. Okay, I'm going to agree, but I'm going to go one lower and say 7. Look, this is a well-drawn cover, well-painted cover. And you do have some interesting, different takes because it is an Elseworlds of Batman, of Green Lantern, of Dr. Midnight. The Joker even looks a little bit different. I like the war elements. You know, we're in World War II here, but like a lot I've seen in the chat, it is marred by an ugly orange and yellow. I guess they're trying to get an image like maybe like the orange and yellow of an explosion in the background, covering everything. It's great art that's a little bit off-putting because of the coloring. So yeah, I'm going 7 on that. Let's check out the chat here and see where they stand on this one. Let's see. Jose says 5. I don't know why, but I don't like it. Well, yeah, it's almost like a cover. Like you think you should like it, but more than you do, right?
It's in the. I noticed that they're in the desert. The plane crash over there, and you see the footprints. So that's why it's like that.
Look at that.
Well, it looks like it's set in
it's
World War
bombing.
I or World War II.
Or is it bombing? Okay, I couldn't tell those.
The biplane. The biplane says World War I. The bomber says World War II.
Maybe it's
it's. I haven't read this in forever in a day either.
Maybe they're time traveling.
Let's see. Jose says 5. I don't know if you like it. Is 5 meh to orange, says Joe. Alrighty. Let's see. 5 from Dark Admiral. 6 background is great. Worst Joker I've ever seen, says One Slick. Alrighty. Interesting cover with great detail, says Brian Stam, giving it a 9. Blinded by the Light, says Rhaegar, giving it a 6. A 9 and a 6. There we go. Let's see. 4 from Ethereal and a 6 from Eddie. Alrighty. From the okay. F4, the Joker looks odd and the colors look off, says Alpha Eagle. Alrighty. JSA Liberty Files 1. Weird monochromatic orange cover kind of pulls the background heroes and details together. If Joker's the villain, he should be front and center. File this score under 5 for meh. Alrighty, let's see. Eric and Boyd says 6. Oh, by the way, Murky, don't forget to leave in your vote. And once again, thank you very much for the super chat. Eric and Boyd says 6. And let's see. We've got Michael Taylor saying 8. A lot of cool detail going on already. And I just realized that AU did have a score at the back of that. A little too much going on, and I'm not feeling what the colors are doing. Give it a 5. Alrighty. Let's see. It might be the noir aspect that I like. Hey, you like what you like. You don't like what you don't like. Everybody's got an opinion here. And, we've got 8 from Bad Comic Reviews, and Murky says 7. I like it. So 8 and 7. Alrighty. And we're going to get the stop up here. But remember, if you're listening in, you want to vote, throw up that vote. If you're past the stop, we'll add it to it. And if you change anything, if you change positioning or the score or whatever, we will make sure that we reflect it. All right, so we have 2 4s knocking down that 110 and 19. We've got 5 5s taking out those 3 8s and the 7s, and the only thing left are the 6 6s. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the worst of the evening. I hope it's the worst of the evening. All righty, but there you go. This gets a 6. Okay, and that was MK. So this one is RDV. RDV, you get a bit of an iconic one. You get Kingdom Come #4.
Whoa! Thanos just snapped his fingers. That's what it looks like. Very muted, I guess. I mean, I've never read this, so I don't know what part of this is supposed to be. What is this? The very covering the whole trade, or is this just
No, it's the final issue. It's the
final issue?
final confrontation.
Okay.
With I'm blanking on the villain now. I can see him in my eye, but
Yeah, Superman Red Mist. I mean, I like this. I mean, if it was just Shadow, it'd be really great with all the mist going around him, stuff, the smoke stuff. But it's like,
Oh, LK, can you check the private?
what?
Check the private chat. All right. So what do you score this, RDB?
I'll go with a 6.
Alrighty. We got a 6 from RDV. Eric, what do you think?
There's something about this that's really.
Is Eric in, or did I just drop it?
He's here. He's answering. Goodbye.
Yeah, we'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. Bye.
3, 2, 1. Half. I'll trust you. Remember, I am giving this a 10. There's something about this I really, really like.
Okay, I thought you were about to say there was something you didn't like.
No.
Okay,
was GOG the villain you were thinking of?
Yeah.
No, this is the villain. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
We can hear you.
I thought Magog was the one that joined the JSA.
Later, but
Yeah.
this is where he first appeared.
Right, I thought there was a GOG and a Magog. There was just
Was
one.
there? Which one was the Kingdom villain? The one that went around killing all the Supermans in the different timelines. Yeah.
Well, I know that in the Wade went back to Kingdom Come in the new series, World's Finest. He had GOG and they had Magog.
Well, as awesome as this, nothing beats the Kingdom Come TV series. Okay, so MK, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I like it. It kind of looks like he looks old. Yeah, obviously a bit older because of the story, but also kind of looks like he just came out of the sun or just had a crazy battle with Darkseid or something. He's like, like steaming. Almost looks like he's, yeah, it's a cool cover. I like the that effect too. The background with the red smoke kind of looking image there. Yeah, so I'll give this 10. I like it.
Already, LK.
I need to pretend that he had onions.
Right.
Yeah,
that's how I feel, by the way.
Again, it's a good Alex Ross cover. It's not nearly my favorite cover from the Kingdom Come series.
Yeah. Which one would you say I should have put up?
Probably #1.
#1. I thought about it, but it was just people standing. So I wanted a little bit more. I try to stay away from a lot of pose covers. But I thought this had a little bit extra. Like it or not, What do you give this?
Yeah. So I mean, God, it is Alex Ross, but I'll save it for a later Alex Ross cover that I saw a sneak preview of. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. Alrighty, and RDV started us off here. So this is, by the way, I think an incredible cover. I do like the shading. I like the fact that you can't see his face, that it's hidden, because it kind of goes well with what the story is. But I agree, it's not the greatest. But I'm going to go 9 on this one.
If you take up, I was gonna say, if you take up the words Kingdom Come, that's how I feel about it. It's just like, okay, he's just standing there. It's like, okay, what is this supposed to be?
All right. Let's see. Jose says 6. And Eric and Boyd says 10. Awesome on all levels.
Also, Eric, you can't vote on this. Mark Wade.
Hey, this is a long time ago. Back issues don't count, I guess, for some reason. Bad Comic Review says 9. Hi, everybody, to Murky, and hello to Murky. Welcome. I hope you have a good time ranking. Let's see. Bad Comic Review says 9. Ethereal says 6. And Alpha Eagle says 9. Not quite a 10. And let's see. But Eddie Raymond says 100% a 10. So we've got 10, 9, a 6, and a 9. All righty. 10, 9, 6, 9. Okay, One Slick says 7. Little too subdued and bad choice using monochromatic for this cover. He gives it a 7. Brian Stam gives it a 6. And then we've got 2 9s from Rhaegar and Tolfer. Okay, so it's 6 7s, 2 9s. 6, 7, 2 9s. Okay, Merch says 5. Dark Admiral says 7. And Joe says 6. Too dark, can't see Superman's face. So we got a 5, 6, and a 7. 5, 6, and 7. Alrighty. Is that Superman? Says Jose. Yes, it is. Rania says Kingdom Come number 4. Monochromatic cover. Superman smoking with some kind of energy. Moody melancholy evokes the mood for the book. Scored a Kingdom 10. Alrighty. Let's see. Very meta me. Good art, but not a fan of the color, says Mike. Never read it. Looks like Superman just got nuked. Yes, he did, as a matter of fact. Good call. Perhaps this is a great cover because you can read it like that. He just got nuked and shrugged it off. Great final cover. But yes, that is exactly what happened on this cover. Let's see. Having a hard time breathing from looking at the smoke. Gives me the chills. Should have gone with the Kingdom Come trade paper. I almost did. Almost did. All righty. So let's get this one down. And what we've got is 1 5 knocking out one of those 10s. One of the 5 10s. The 5 6s knocking out the other 4. And one of the 9s. But then with the 6 9s. And then we've got 2 7s, 1 8 trying to get rid of the others, but they just can't. This is a 9. Still searching for the first 10 of the night. All right, that went to RDV. I believe I've got the next one. I don't think this one's going to be a 10 because it's a bit of an awkward cover. This is Hellblazer number 103. All righty. And I just thought it was an interesting look. When I was looking through the 90s, this one just popped, and I was like, wow, what to say about this one? There was this one and like one very close to it. The dead body buried in the beach. Skeleton, the skeletal remains, while up top you've got this beautiful seaside scenery. I just thought the juxtaposition of the two was awesome. And it's just, you never know what's buried around you. I love the sky colors, everything involved here. This is, in my opinion, a 10. How about you, Eric?
For as large as the skeleton is, seems like John's a little bit closer than he should be. If they'd had him back a little bit on the on the beach, and even if they could have drawn the same size, it would have looked a little bit more real. But it is very cool. I got a good 10.
All righty. And how about you, MK? Oh, did we lose him?
He's muted.
Okay. We'll move on to LK and we'll get back to him. Oh, here he is.
Okay, yeah, we got. Now my computer froze for a second. I was like, "Oh crap!" I was waking up.
What's that like?
Yeah. 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 I gotta go 10 here with this. It's just right up my alley. Dark, gritty. The dead body with the worms crawling out of his eyes and all over his body. It's kind of nasty. And Constantine just looking like a badass. Walking on the beach front. The cigarette. Yeah, but I wonder whose body that is. But yeah.
Alrighty. LK.
Yeah, I kind of keep going back and forth. I mean, the top is really almost like a painting. And at the same, excuse me, at the same time, it does, at least for me, especially being Hellblazer, kind of evoke almost a Lovecraftian sort of ideal. What the heck? I'll give it a 10.
Alrighty. And RDV.
You know, Eric brought up how Constantine looks small in front of that skeleton. I keep going back to when you talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, how they had the giants, people are the children, offspring of the fallen angels.
Yeah.
So that could be something like that too, or corpse, or it's just that he really is that far back, and then we're seeing that thing, or we don't know. But he deals with monsters and all fallen angels, Hellblazer. But I do like the fact that, I love the painted background, the sky blending with the clouds stuff. And he's got that one storm cloud above him. He goes in the right corner.
Like it's following him.
Yes.
Even on a beautiful day, he's beneath a dark cloud. Yeah,
this is during the Paul Jenkins run. A lot of people had problems with because they missed the other one writer. I think it was not Delaney. It was Garth Ennis took over.
Mm-hmm.
People were happy about that. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 10. Like I said, I'm a sucker for these it's a peaceful town and all stuff, and then darkness is beneath this little seemingly Pleasantville.
I just realized those squiggly things are supposed to be worms.
Yep.
Yeah. So really cool. Rhaegar agrees and gives it a 10. Jose says 6. And so does Bad Comic Reviews and Eric and Boyd. So it's a 10.
This is Sean Phillips, too.
A 10 and 3 6s. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. 9 from Joe. And he says, awesome cover. Alrighty. Let's see. Only, I guess, I go with a 7, says Eddie.
This isn't the same Sean Phillips that worked with Brubaker, is it?
No, it's Paul Jenkins and Sean Phillips.
No, as I meant, Sean Phillips.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like it's the same artist. Yeah. Alpha says 7. Very nice. Ethereal says 5.
I wonder who's on the cover, though. It says something. I can't tell, though. That's so long.
Alrighty. Let's see. 9. Fantastic art, says Michael Taylor. 9 from 1 Slips and great cover for this series. Well drawn. That's 2 more 9s already. And don't listen to mainstream science. There were once giants in the earth, says Joe. Marker says 7. Cool, but composition isn't unified. It's like 2 covers. Yes, it is.
Marky, we don't do 0.5s. We only do solid numbers, either 8 or 9.
Let's see. The skeleton's feet and legs look a bit odd. Well, it's a 7. I mean, I think RDV was onto something. I think we're looking at something supernatural here. Let's see. And that was Brian giving it a 7.
It's like a Van Gogh painting. And then there's the disturbing part at the end.
Dark Admiral gives it a 7.
Yeah.
And Maranya says, Hellblazer 103 pastoral scene with color superimposed over monochromatic skeletal remains underground. Juxtaposition appropriate for the book and subject matter. Story Vertigo 10. Interesting, draws your attention, says AU, and gives it an 8. First 8. Brian Stim, that's because the body is still decomposed, hence the worms. Just notice the top right. What is that? That's a dark cloud. Yeah. Like if you notice all the other clouds, they're beautiful, but where John Constantine is, it's like I said, even on a beautiful day, he walks in darkness. So he's got a rain cloud above him on a beautiful day. That's
also, look at the skeleton's face. It shouldn't be able to, but he's smiling.
It does look like that, doesn't it? Yeah.
His ellipse.
Reminds me a bit of the great gold key painted cover, says Michael Taylor. One thing I have said before, and I do recommend it, give it a little time. Maybe if you're on your phone, you're not seeing the cover. We'll talk about it and you'll hear, and I'm not saying let our opinions influence yours, but sometimes we can point things out. I'm looking at it on a big computer screen. But yeah, give it a bit, look at it, make sure you see all the little details you can before you, you throw in your score. Upon closer inspection, can I change my vote to a 9, says Dark Admiral. What was it before? let's see. You were a 6, right?
7 previous.
7.
Dark Admiral
Okay.
gave it a 7.
All righty. And I'm not super familiar with the Vertigo line, says Dark Admiral.
Dude is one of the best. If you're gonna look for even the worst Paul Jenkins of a villain like is better than today's stuff.
And one thing that's great about this show is you don't have to know the book in order to. We're definitely judging the covers. We're not judging the book by the covers, so you don't actually have to know what's going on. I think sometimes it does help though if you know
does
what's going on
if you're big.
Upon closer inspection, okay.
I said, especially if you're a big Kingdom Come
Go
fan.
ahead.
Although those will, we are tend to be biased on the ones we love, the books we recognize, we love.
That
so
is
we
true.
might give
Yeah.
it a higher,
Yeah.
So.
All right. So Murky says 8, and Johnny Raincloud says 1 slick, and Rhaegar says you're roboting. Hey, I haven't dropped out in about 10 minutes, so I take that as a win. All righty. Let's get the stop on this one. Remember, you can always vote after that stop. Alrighty, and what we got here is 1-5 trying to fight those 7-10s, so it's going to need the help from those 3 6s and 4 of the 5 7s before the 10s are wiped out. And then we are looking at 1 of those 7s knocking out 1 of the 4 9s. And then we have 2 8s taking out 2, but 1 9 remains, ladies and gentlemen. We got another 9 still on the lookout. Still on the lookout for our first 10. Maybe this one will get it. I don't know. Eric, I don't know if you're a fan of the series, but I got to admit, I'm not. But I got to say, the issue number 1 cover to Preacher, it's pretty badass. What do you say, sir?
I've read some of the series. It wasn't bad.
Mr. Breen?
I'm here.
Alrighty.
And I actually liked the TV show for the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But no, this cover's really, really good. This is a 10.
I was gonna say, if he has problem hearing us, just start putting your numbers in the chat. Eventually, we'll read the chat.
There you go. All right, we got a 10 from Eric. MK, what do you think of Preacher number 1?
Yeah, another awesome cover. I too enjoyed the series. I don't remember the last season, though it wasn't as good as the first few. But yeah, I like the fire, the church up front, and him with that diabolical smile. Yeah, I give it a 10 too. Yeah.
All righty. LK.
It's solid. I mean, I have read parts of the series, so I'm familiar with it and know what's going on. Is a first issue cover to try and sell the book to somebody. It's intriguing, but not great. I'll give it an 8.
All right. And RDV.
It's like if Howie Mandel became a creepy preacher. Hey, Uncle Ted. Was it Uncle Ted? Bobby's World.
Yeah.
Never read this series. Never watched the show. Heard good things about both. Heard bad things about both. It depends who you talk to. But cover though, that is just striking. Especially, I love how the church, the way they drew it. It just looks like it's 3D. It's standing out. Everything pops at you. The wear and the deterioration of the front of it looks old. And you just got the flames, and you got this preacher dude behind him. We're like, is this guy the villain? What is going on here? Why is he he's praying? All it's missing is the rosary beads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 9. It's creepy.
All right. I would like to point out, by the way, that it's not the church that's on fire. He is. Yeah, there's an evil look to him. He's got the voice of God, I believe. I think I learned that from the TV show. I hadn't read the book in forever, because Garth Ennis to me becomes very, I don't know. He tries to push things to the point where it's like,
Violent.
Yeah, no, it's not even that. It's like everybody's an ass, and there's no good characters in his books, and it just goes. I mean, you read the books.
They're good characters in his books.
The church is rendered beautifully. I even like the fact you could see the bell in the bell tower. It's done very well. I mean, this is a very well rendered cover. It does make you think that the preacher's the bad guy, which I could see that might turn some people off. I was recommended a show called Has Been Hotel from Dalton. I love musicals. Okay, let's check this out. And like in the first episode, you learn Heaven is the villain. I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this. I'm not interested. I was in on it. I loved it right up to that point, and I'm not a big fan of heaven or the bad guys kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you got to check out the morality of heaven, because usually it's done by an atheist who doesn't actually, maybe heard a couple of verses of the Bible, but never actually read it or come to understand it. This, on the other hand, is completely different. Anyway, I'm going too much into the story. The cover itself, great colors, very well rendered church. I'm giving this a 10. All right, so let's see what the chat has to say. Jose gives it a 6 and Rhaegar says a 10. All righty, and then we get a number sweet from Tolfer, and on the way to get Brian Stam 7. Let's see. The art is well done, but not my kind of thing, says Alpha Eagle. If I remember correctly, Alpha Eagle is religious, so maybe that's part of it. And I'm not guessing, but I'm not trying to put words in his mouth.
That's one of the reasons I kind of never really got into that. I've seen some other stuff, but it's like once you start going into like God and the devil and all that stuff, and then you start twisting scripture for the book, I'm like, yeah, that's a little too much.
7, cool but too dark, says Joe. 9 from Bad Comic Reviews. 9 from Michael Taylor. Again, fantastic art. Alrighty. Let's see. 7 from Ethereal Dragon and Eric and Boyd, who says, I agree. I think that is what swayed me for the last one, Alpha Eagle. Okay, so we got 2 7s. Alrighty. Let's see. Just giving vibes. Stephen King. Stephen King, a better writer than he is. Yeah.
I agree. Bad comic. Yeah.
What's up?
No,
am I going to get to his chat?
No. He's agreeing with me. It's all about Reagan and Christianity is a trite and lazy at this point. Overdone and unoriginal.
Yeah. One slick dude. 8. Clock looks weird. They stopped doing that in the Gothic architecture period for churches because of expense, and he gives it an 8. Let's see. Never read it. Cover says wicked and apocalyptic to me. Give it a 10. Let's see. 8. It would be better without his hands. Okay. Yeah, like he's a little bit Mr. Burnsy.
So, I can only imagine how many people the traditional conservatives back then, the Christian. Remember they would always be picketing out of the porn stores. I can only imagine we're trying to boycott this, saying these are evil. Hellblazer.
I don't remember anything like that going on.
Not when it first came out. When it gained popularity, you started seeing some of the especially the Catholic groups getting upset about it.
Marani says preacher number 1, demonic looking preacher on the cover, lots of hellfire and burning church. Monochrome. I'm telling you, it's not the church. Look a little closer.
I can tell it's Howie Mandel. That's what I wanted to picture.
Monochromatic cover sells the demonic theme. A definite Vertigo book for sure. Score preacher 10. Alrighty. Let's see. The preacher is doing that steepling of his hands pose right behind the church steeple. Alpha Eagle say, yeah, I'm a Christian. Ragging on Christianity is trite and lazy at this point. By the way, there was a America's Got Talent, and it was co-hosted by Norm Macdonald. He was one of the judges, and somebody came out and started joking about religion, and he said, it's an easy target these days. You're not, everybody's thinking you're being edgy, but you're not, because it's incredibly safe to joke about it. This, by the way, seems like it's a great topic by itself. I mean, obviously, we're talking about this more so than the cover.
Yeah, I know. I just
religion and comics. I think this is something we need to do
I haven't read this, but I mean, I read it more. I was more into Hellblazer because it didn't paint like, you know, God being the dick, you know, or being a jerk at all. John Constantine was the asshole. He was the one that turned his back on them, and you had the devil going after his soul, and just like, that it skirted it, but it wasn't like F you to, like, you know, Christians.
Okay, so let's get the stop on that. And I'll drop the cover here, and we have 1 6 and 5 7s knocking out those 6 10s.
Are you serious?
Hold on. We've got 4 8s.
I know. Change score though. I'm told for.
What?
Told you saying Howie Mandel comment brings my rating down to 1 point. Down 1 point. So whatever his was, or her.
Okay, so it'd be a 7.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Then that would bring that down to the 9, and the 8s win. It didn't change the positioning, but it does change the score. All right, so there you go. That's a 7. And at this point, guys, it was suggested to me that we need to take a break on the polls. We're going to do one more tonight, and then after that, I've got a great idea, or what I think is a great idea.
Well, I agree with you. Yeah. We should stop
What did you say the score on Preacher was? A 7?
Yeah, it's a 7. Yep.
You guys need to stop harassing the Polish people.
Right, of course. Yeah, I mean they're decent people, I guess. Sure.
And now we're gonna sponsor, or I mentioned from our sponsor. You know,
nobody.
Ko-Fi.
Yeah.
Ko-Fi.com.
Okay.
Where you can go to Engelteen's Ko-Fi channel and you can donate money that can may also go towards having instant credit for an auction.
That is true too. Yes, you can.
Which
can
will be tomorrow night
for an auction. And by the way, one slick dude. Hold on, let me talk to one slick dude here who last week and in 2 different days, like right next to each other, prepaid for 2 auctions. You're at 126. I thought I should give you free shipping. So what we'll do is when the 126 is up, I'm just going to send you your books because that. I know it wasn't $150 at the same time, but you did it so close together that I thought about it, and I think that just for my own peace of mind, I need to give you free shipping. So that'll do. But yes, if you do what the deal I gave one slick, yes, I was more desperate, but I'll say 75 and above. I'll add on 25% if you prepay. That being said, $150 does get you free shipping. So there you go. All right, let's get to
Admiral Hare. He is taking away from the polls, but he's still working under the bridge, so he's gonna make money.
Yeah, right. No, but what we're going to do instead of the poll, I'm still going to take a break in the middle, but we're going to be doing. Hold on, let me finish it. What we're going to be doing is we've never done a season 2 bracket. So while we're trying to catch up to the poll, because we are almost to October right now, we're going to be doing a vote on season 2, the bracket, and then when we catch up, we'll get back to the polls. Alrighty.
More polls, just surveys, it's bad comments.
Right. Oh, I am also, by the way, going to make it we were talking, and Henry brought up an idea. Eric liked it. He says, why don't we let Henry pick? And I'm moving that over to Ko-Fi. So if you do become a $5 or higher member, you can pick out the topic for us. And I'm kind of on the fence on whether or not you can pick out the topic and the books.
Oh, you know what would be great though?
Yeah.
Remember all the ones that won the polls before that, previous members. If you haven't planned a night for those, bring up the spinner, put them in there, and we'll spin to see which one's the next night.
All the ones that didn't.
Yeah, the other ones we
I would
haven't
have
done
to
yet.
go. I would have to go back through every thing and
Well, no,
check. I'm good.
You've checked out. You know, well, how do you know who won the polls so far? Like the ones we haven't done yet, like future polls. Like when we done the polls, like one last night. So whenever that's supposed to come out, the future ones, the previous winners we haven't done yet, you could spin them, put them in there, and see which one's going to come up next. You know, if you want to add a little more randomness.
When we get back to doing the polls, I think that is a great idea. I actually do like the idea of using the spinner, and like we just keep piling on the ideas, and like every night, and we use the spinner to pick one up. There's always, but we can always add on more ideas. I like that idea.
Instead of using the poll, everybody in the chat puts an idea in there, and we put it in the spinner.
Okay. That being said,
all right, break time's over. Back to the show.
All right. Let's see. Let's get this tonight's poll out. And okay, what's
my Campbell soup?
Next?
Have books from last week's auction gone out yet? Says Topher.
They will tomorrow. I ran out of boxes. I had to resupply. But yes, I've got yours all set up and they're ready to go. They will be going out tomorrow. I do apologize for being late on this week's. But there's no excuse because I should have paid attention to how much I had. But earlier, I keep a whole bunch of, like when I get in comics, I keep all of the boxes, and I thought I had a lot of them. But Gail decided to clean up, and she looked at it and just saw old boxes, and she threw them out. So, I apologize.
Just one more thing.
Everything's ready to go. I'm gonna get a lot of hold on. I'm gonna get a lot of stuff out tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be Monday. I do apologize for the tardiness. I ordered some from Amazon. I ordered some of the flat individual boxes, which can hold about 8 or 9 comics. But yes. That being said, we need ideas for what's next.
Well, I was going to say, this Monday is Labor Day. How about Labor Day covers? Is there anything that has to do with manual labor on the books?
No, that's
the workforce.
Thankfully, LK is blunt sometimes. That's stupid.
Is his first name James?
I think you guys are on a delay from each. Are we on a delay from each other?
It sure seems like you two are out of sync because you're constantly talking over each other.
Well,
I'm trying to say stuff, but RDV just keeps jumping in. Let me finish.
I'm trying to quiet you. Censorship.
Okay, so we need some ideas for the what's next.
Labor Day is communism. That's right,
RDV, I swear, it's like your ADD is going off and you.
I'm reading comments, bro.
I do too, but for right now, I need ideas. Okay, we've got Sonic. I'll take it from the chat then. Chat, you guys are coming up with it because RDV is not doing. Okay. LK, do you have an idea
for a future?
Yeah, this is the last poll for a while. What are we going to put in?
I don't know. Nothing's hitting me right now.
All right, chat's giving us some.
I have one idea. I don't know if you've done it yet, though. How about video game covers that just cover
video game covers?
Yeah.
You know what?
Anything video game related.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to put that in place of Sonic, since Sonic is a video game.
Yeah.
Video game covers.
That makes sense.
Comics based on video games. We got Micronauts coming up. Bronze Age Wonder Woman. I like that. If you guys see something in the chat that you back up, just say something.
Well, Dark Animal Hair, how about Charlton characters before DC got them? Like Blue Beetle? Question.
Okay. Ooh, Impact. Jose says, my idea is dumb. Well, couldn't be any worse than the Labor Day comic idea.
It's Labor. Let's keep it themed. Holiday themed.
Now comic covers, or a second, the
Ooh.
Bronze Age Wonder Woman. Yeah, I like that one. I put that up.
Oh, you know, okay. We could do Mortal Kombat covers.
That would be, I guess, video game covers.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's speaking specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking for my birthday next year,
let's
you know.
Well, the Now Comics has a lot of video game stuff, Terminator and all those other ones too in there.
Bronze Age Adam. I would love Silver Age Adam. Does the Atom have a Bronze Age?
That might be what she's thinking of. Because Silver Age or Bronze
Here,
Age
does
Atom.
Adam have Bronze Age books?
You know, I think the problem might be between you and me.
Let's see, Mighty got passed over.
No, you read it off. Bronze Age Adam. That was your idea. Right.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking it's like Silver. I know there's a Silver Age Adam, but I don't know if
There's Copper Age Atom.
Say again.
There's Copper Age Atom.
Copper
There's
Age.
the Sword of the Atom, and then Power of the Atom.
Hawkman.
There's
Anything
no
Hawkman.
Bronze Age Atom per
Okay.
se.
Silver Age Hawkman would be great.
So someone said Turtles and
I know I saw. Will that be video game or cartoon?
Okay, we got the 4. Poll has started, and it is video game covers, Micronauts, which I think I spelled wrong, Bronze Age Wonder Woman, and Silver Age Adam.
Come on, MK.
There
Let's
you
just be the only two that vote for the video game covers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you look at Adam, the first series started in 1962.
Right.
Well, we had the lead for 2 seconds.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm getting my 2 cents in on this one.
May not be a total blowout. I don't know.
No,
hard to
it's
say right now,
they keep changing. Wonder Woman keeps leading.
We should play a new game. I would predict the winner by the end of the night. If Wonder Woman doesn't win,
Well, as soon as Wonder Woman was mentioned, I thought that's where we're gonna go.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I would just if we're taking bets, I'm betting on myself. My idea not going.
I myself am a huge fan of the Atom, so yeah, I'm all over that one.
Let's
that being said, that being said, Eric had the preacher. Let's get back to business, and let's get down to business. It is MK's turn. MK, this is kind of an iconic cover. You can start us off, and we have the Batman, Vengeance of Bane.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can see, why it's so iconic. Hey, are those cops?
MK, remember this one? We stared at this in the auction for a while.
Yeah. I like the. I just realized that he's got one glove on.
It's the first appearance of Bane, I believe, right? Or
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, what the heck? I was gonna say 9, but I'll go 10 just because it was Bane's first appearance, and I like how he just pretty much wasted those 3 cops like it's nothing. And it's a more simplistic, his old school outfit. I know some of the new interpretations of Bane. He's got like wires all over, tubes all over the place, and yeah. So I'll go 10.
All righty. Let's see. We've got 10 from MK. LK.
Yeah. How much badass that Vengeance of Bane is. I'm going to give it an 8.
All right. RDV.
It just occurred to me this is basically the Venom ripoff. Because he uses Venom. He has a Venom kind of like a mask, Spider-Man mask. Yeah, they're on his shoulder. This is a weird thing. Why is Batman even on the cover? Batman should have been he should have been an afterthought.
Because at this point, nobody knew what a Bane was. As a matter of fact, this was a big question mark. Like, what the hell is I mean, it's a 64 special for a character nobody's ever heard of. This is the first appearance.
I do like that Batman's got the Peter Weller chin look going there from Wilcott.
Yeah.
But not the Batman, the big Batman around is kind of stupid. Like, other than that, though, I do like the design, everything, the art. I'm going with a 9.
A 9. All righty,
Yes.
Eric.
I think yours a 9.
I'm going to agree with LK and give this an 8 because I don't like Batman I don't like the way Batman looks on the cover. If it'd been like a front, like a full face of him, like looming, kind of like the giant, protagonist covers or antagonist covers. But it's everything else is cool. But I just something about the Batman just kind of brings it down a little bit for me.
Oh, you mean like the
I think I agree
Dr.
with
Doom?
you.
That would be great.
You know the cover, the Neil Adams one that ended up winning the Silver Age DC, where it's the homage to the Golden Age cover. If he was like that, and this whole scene was playing out like in the blackness of the cape, I think that would have been a lot better. You're right. Everything else is really, really good. The Batman looks a bit awkward. I'm going to agree with you on that 8.
Actually, it would be better if you had Bane as a giant, like Dr. Doom, like leaning over the town, like you did in that Fantastic Four cover.
It was kind of fun when this book came out. Nobody knew Bane, and then they announced Nightfall, and he's going to be the big baddie. So I was like, oh shit, we should have read that. Bad Comic Reviews says 8. Ethereal says 7, and Eddie says 8. Joe says 5. Meh, too purple. And Eric and Boyd says 8. So that's 1, 2, 3 8s, 5 and a 7. All righty, 5, 7, and 3 8s. And then we've got Dan Alvin saying, I have 3 issues of Power of the Atom at top of my read list right now, says Dan Alvin. Ugh, I love this comic, but for me, the comic is a 10, but I don't love the cover, and he gives it a 7. So does Dark Admiral Hare. That's 2 7s. Definitely a 10. Great artwork, color, and details, says Brian. And then we have a 9 from Rhaegar. And King's Portal. Wow, that's funny. I bought the hardcover trade of this comic at my local comic shop not too long ago. Whoops, got the wrong one. I got Bane. One bad day. Sorry, I'm high. Well, you would have to be in order to buy that book. Yeah. But if you like the cover, or, let's get a score there. Let's see. 10, love it. In Bane's voice, anything lower than a 10 will be very painful for you, says Alpha Eagle. Alrighty. And then we've got 9, very cool cover and colors. All right. And let's see. Batman Bane number 1. Bane and his victim superimposed over a brooding Batman reddish background makes the monochromatic design pop. Score a Bane 10. All righty. I still want to sue the genius who came with the idea of changing Bane's mask with the that awful mouthful. I know, right? Yeah, we're just judging the covers. Let's see. 8 from Tolfer saying 8 minus for the shoulder and the underbite. Yeah. All righty. Let's see. That is an 8. There we go. One Slick, great story, but they should have done the inks with more black and white. He gives it an 8. All righty. Best clothing wrinkles ever, says Stolford. 10. All righty. Okay, you went from an 8 to a 10. I'm going to change that here. Okay. Let's see. Batman does look weird, but it's nitpicky. Yeah, but everybody's got an opinion. Yours counts. What we do here is 1 is god awful, 2 is horrible, 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 is meh, like you look at it and it really doesn't do anything, like you have no good or bad emotions at all. 6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 awesome, 10 super awesome. And that could be for whatever reason you think. It's your opinion, and every opinion counts. Let's see. I didn't read the Bane one more day. I don't know if it sucks or not. Yeah, that's obviously everybody's got a different opinion, and I do respect that. All righty, so let's get the stop on this. And once again, if you do want to vote, just put your vote in there, even if it's after the stop. It'll count. We got 1-5 knocking off one of those 5-10s, and then we've got 3-7s getting rid of 3 more. We've got 8-8s getting rid of that last 10 and those 3 9s. This is an 8, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. Are we still? Yeah, we're still looking for our first 10 of the evening. Let's see. That was Eric, and this one will be to M. Kagan. And MK, you get Suicide Squad number 49.
Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting cover. I think I'll go 9 on this one. Yeah, I like the pose, and she was pissed off because of what happened to her. I think my only remote gripe would be she kind of looks a little old, like almost kind of like, not just because she's in a wheelchair, but she kind of reminds me of an old lady, like, yeah, you're gonna die, kind of, I don't know, like the expression on her face, like, I don't know, maybe it's probably, I don't know, she just looks older, in my opinion, a little bit in her face, but otherwise, yeah, great cover. Yeah, I like the whole Batman symbol behind her, and that gun, going all Clint Eastwood. Yeah, so I'll go 9. I'll go 9 on this one.
All righty. How about you, LK?
Yeah, I like the composition, but as I say, the barber here is just a real turn off. So I'm rating this a 7.
Okay. And RDV.
I love that Punisher gun. Or wait. Is that the one that Daredevil is holding?
I think this one's bigger.
Honestly, she would be the one that pulls out the gun because she's not Batman. Batman's like, I got stabbed in the back. I don't give a shit at this point. This is a 10. I love this. Dirty hair. Make my day. I even have the scope on there because it matters.
All right. How about you, Eric?
I think I'm going to go 9 on this.
All righty. Am I still here?
So far.
Okay, yeah, it just told me I lost my internet connection again. But hey, okay, so long as I'm still on, right? I love the blue lines that coming out. The bat symbol isn't exactly in the center of the comic book cover. It's got her head, and she's kind of leaning forward. So instead of being centered, it's a little bit off. I don't know if that helps or hurts artistically. I do agree. Her face looks a lot older, and I think the way she's dressed with the brown blazer and the green shirt does not help. Of course, she's not wearing a skirt. She's wearing a blanket over her legs. But overall, I think it's a great, like you said, great composition. The folly is in the details on this one. I'm giving this one an 8. It's very good, just not great. Eddie Raymond says 5. This is fun. I don't care what the next topic is. I'm pretty much the same way. I mean, I do want to do certain books, but overall, yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I just let's see what happens. Let's see what's next. I want to get back. I will say I want to get back to doing some Golden Age stuff. It's been a while since we've dipped our toes in that particular pool. All righty, let's see. We got a request here. So let's see. Issue number 49 is we've got artist Jeff Ershwood, writer John Ostrander. The cover is Norm Brayfogle. There you go. Let's see. Jose says cool. Give it a 9. And then we have a 9 from Bad Comic Reviews and an 8 from Brian Stam. King's Portal says 9. And then let's see, 6, but the gun looks cool. Alrighty, and we've got an Alpha Eagle, and One Slick says 8. Best part of the cover is the bullet holes on the trade dress. All right, we got a 6 and an 8. All Kidoka is going down. Michael Taylor says 8. Cool cover and detail. Stop or Batgirl Will Shoot, starring Sylvester Stallone and a chubby Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl. Exactly. Suicide Squad 49, Babs Oracle in a badass pose with a gun, but bat symbol draws attention to the gun. Dark background makes the details pop. Score it an Oracle 10 because I cannot score it 1,000. Let's see, 8 from Dan and an 8 from Rhaegar. And then we have 6. Hair looks like a wig. Comp sucks. Don't look like Babs, says Topher. Alrighty, and let's see the scope adjustment. 4, ugliest Babs cover ever, says Joe, giving it a 4. Alrighty, and then we've got Norm Brayfogle, didn't see it. Eric and Boyd says 7. That Babs look rendering is reminiscent of Killing Joke, so it fits her established character model. So yeah, and Eric and Boyd says 7. There you go. All right, getting the stop here. And let me drop this. And what we got is 1-4 knocking out one of those 2 10s needing 5's help. So that's gone. Then 2 6s taking on those 5 9s and 2 7s helping. 1's left, and the 6 8s take care of that. This is an 8. All righty. And that was MK. So LK. No, this was LK, right?
No, it was MK.
MK. So you are Starman number 10. It's a Starman.
Another Tony Harris cover. This one's better than the previous one we saw. Looks like he's dealing with Solomon Grundy there. So yeah, it's good. I mean, I like some of the detail in there. The good expression on Grundy there. I'll go 9.
Alrighty. RDV, what do you think?
At first, I thought he was riding a dolphin. To look down and see it's like Solomon Grundy. Looks kind of weird. Yeah, this is very 90s with the I guess the welding goggles he's wearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I thought and it's kind of, I like the background. It kind of reminds me of those early animated movies you'd get, like, like Philo Goes West, the animation art style they did with the background. And then you got him in the cover, like the how he's colored and the brightness. It's like the heavy metal cartoons, they do a heavy metal movie. But Grundy looks so scrawny. And at first, I thought he had 3 fingers. This is a weird cover. I gotta go 6 on it. I'm sorry. I know it's your favorite character, but I'm like, this is just too weird.
Hey, people's got
I'm
got your opinion. You can only be honest.
Like he's gonna give a weasel laugh,
All right, Eric, what do you think?
It is weird looking, but it's really, really well done. So I'm going to go 9.
All righty. And MK.
Yeah, pretty interesting cover. I think I'll go 8 on this one. Yeah.
Okay, we got an 8 from MK. You're right. I love Starman. I like the painted covers. Grundy does look a little bit weird, and I think part of the reason is that from this, he's always been big. He did get slimmed down in art after The one where they sold their underworld. He did get slimmed down as he got more intelligent, but they brought him back to not being intelligent here. So maybe that's why he is so slim in this, because we're used to big, bulky Hulk Solomon Grundy.
I was gonna say, yeah, usually he looks like the Hulk in the cartoons. That's how I was like, what is this?
And that might throw you off a little bit. But even with all of that, I agree with Eric. This is just rendered beautifully. The background almost looks computer generated versus a painted cover.
Yeah.
In the foreground, the water is done well. The color is awesome, and that's what illuminates the background.
Yep.
The shadow works properly on the wall.
I didn't realize that was the cosmic rod glowing at first. I thought it was a train coming in.
Oh, okay, like a train coming in. Yeah, but if you look at the shadow, that's the way it would work. So it's a great composition, very well done. I'm giving this a 10.
That's why I said it reminds me of the animation from the Heavy Metal. Remember they had this kind of style, weird, like crazy stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so Jose says 6. I hear this cover was born on Monday, says bad review. I see what you did there. Yep. Let's see. 7 from Ethereal Dragon. And Starman is my Love Jack Knight. Yeah, me too. Eddie scores a 9, and Brian says nice detail, 8. So we got an 8 and a 9.
Don't get me wrong. I like the Starman books. I was reading through them. Oh. The shadow is great in this. Holy crap.
Yeah, I know. He's a really good character. I love the bit with the circus poster. Let's see. We have a 7 from American.
Sorry, Shade. Sorry.
Yeah. He said it, and I didn't even correct him. 7 from Eric and Boyd, 8 from Bad Comic Review.
Yeah, I was testing you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Always throw me under the bus when I really should be under the bridge. Grundy looks like a crackhead. Give it a 5, says Rhaegar. All righty. And let's see.
Okay, I'd be asking what's below meh?
Meh, below that is bad. So it would be a 4. Meh to blue, says Joe. All righty. Yeah. And then One Slick 7 looks like Frost Giant getting attacked by one of the twin freaks from Highlander 2. Already.
He's got the glider. This one's missing is the wings.
Starman 10, great detail in this painted cover. Monochromatic blue scene and figures highlighted with pops of yellow at the focus point. Scored a star 10, says Maranya.
Yeah, this is like 80s, early 90s animation. That's what it looks
like. Most definitely. Cover is an 8. It looks like an oil painting, says King's Portal. Let's see. Those goggles were his trademark. Yeah. 8 from Solomon Grundy. Looks cool. 8. Solomon Grundy looks cool if I put that in proper punctuation. Dark Admiral says 5. Oh. And then let's see. Spectre had some great glow. The Spectre, Starman, and Power Shazam need their own shows. Flat out. Let's see. I agree with RDB. Grundy just looks off with his body positioning. And Michael Taylor says 8. Very good detail. Doesn't look like Grundy I'm used to. Alrighty. And that was an 8. And then we have Starman looks kind of bored. Tolfer 6. Bright spot draws the eye. Becomes center of the interest. Focus should be on the characters. Other than that, it's really nice. And he gives it a 6. Alrighty. The hair on Grundy is off-putting. Sherl says 6. What's up, Sherls? Alrighty. Let's see. Dan Alvin, 5. What's one notch below Meg again? 4. Yep. The shade is yep. I actually would have given it a 4 because it looks like just some rando getting beat under a bridge. Oh, I've seen that many times. All right, let's get the stop on this one. Once again, if you want to vote, just put in your numbers and we'll change what we need to change for you. But let's see. We've got 2 10s, but we've got 3 5s, knocking those out, and one of the 3 9s. And then we've got 4 6s taking out the last 2 9s and 2 of the 5 8s. And then we've got 3 8s versus 4 7s. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 7. We're looking for a 10. And so far, just not making it. All right, this was LK, right? So this next one is RDV. And that is Wonder Woman number 97.
Wow. 10.
All right.
You know, this, and I gotta say, she looks a lot better than the current model that's on the swimsuit illustrated cover.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
Well, at least the swimsuit model is a woman this year.
That's what I've been told,
I mean that's new for Sports Illustrated recently.
right?
Well, yeah, because last year's only one was Martha Stewart.
Just like the girl. This looks like the actress from Thelma and Louise.
This cover's awesome. It's a 10.
All righty. MK.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, is
Have
that
a good one, Bad Comic. Take care.
Yeah, that's so this is is that Kamala Harris? I'm not sure. No,
Right.
At the laughing. No, yeah, no.
If you jokerize Wonder Woman, she becomes Kamala Harris.
We took Kamala Harris. So what does she become?
Yeah, I'll go 10.
Serious?
Yeah, it's
All
just an awesome cover. Disturbing, but yet cool at the same time. And I'm trying to figure out what she's wearing. It looks like a sports bra.
Well,
It
back
looked in
in
the
the 90s, they had her. Artemis was the Wonder Woman costume, Wonder Woman, and
Yeah.
she was in kind of like a biker pantsuit thing.
Oh,
with,
right, the black, right? Yeah, I'm trying because at first I
It's
thought
like the Madonna outfit. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
and
LK.
also- yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I was just saying, I'll go 10. It also gives me Flashpoint Joker vibes a little bit, slightly, kind of a little bit.
Okay, what do you think?
It's fine. I'm just gonna give it an 8.
All right. Now I'm looking at it, and one of the great things about this is you actually see the anguish, the pain in her face as she's being affected by the Joker gas. It's not just her laughing. There's anguish there. The addition of the gloves, though, just gives it that added Joker look to her. Yeah, that up against the red background, that to kind of offset things to make it look a little bit more unsettling. This cover is just so well done. It's a deceptively simple cover as well. Just one person, but if you look, I mean, the hair being disheveled also, everything is just perfect to make you feel uncomfortable looking at it. All righty. I'm giving it a 10. Let's see. Jose gives it an 8. One Slick gives it a 10 for the Joker Wonder Woman. All right, one more. There we go. 10 for the Joker Wonder Woman. Well, yep, I already read that one. 3 from King's Portal. Don't agree, but
I also
okay.
want to point out, just in case it's your first time here, we make fun of both sides for politics. So, just because I made the Kamala joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to look clear there. Get somebody's like, well, I'm not listening to this channel anymore. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
No,
I don't hide the fact, and it's okay. Well, we make fun of stupidity for sure, but I am absolutely conservative, and
we make fun of Mitch McConnell too,
which is probably why I'm shadow banned, because of the things that have been said during the times where they started doing that. Let's see, is this Kamala Harris? If she was the Joker, give it a 10, says Rhaegar. All right. See, it just said my internet dropped after I mentioned I'm a conservative. Okay, so let's see. Doesn't appeal to me, says King's Portal. Cackling Kamala, nice art though. Eric and Boyd says 9. And Brian Sam looks like a cross between Wonder Woman and Joker. Did he infect her? Give it an 8. Yep, that's what's going on.
Google Susan Sarandon. Tell me that's not her.
Wonder Woman 97. Is this the gender flip Joker version of Wonder Woman? Well rendered cover. Red background sets off green hair and white outfit / skin. Score wonderful 10. All righty. And next up, I can see the Flashpoint reference. This is, by the way, long before Flashpoint. Joe says 7. England team answered my question. Or answered, or do you need it? Did I? Looks like cross. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Joe says 7, and so does Eddie.
This is the Wonder Woman who laughs.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman who laughs. 8, well drawn, but not feeling it. Needs a change of POV or some angle to make it more dynamic. Alrighty, and that's an 8. 9, very cool color, says Michael Taylor. Let's see. Nice art. Cheryl says 7. And let's see. The gloves, yeah, it's startling. 9. This is Brian Boland, says Dan Alvin. Alrighty. Let's see. King's Sport Call. I'm saying King's Portal. Dude, I'm going to tell you something, and welcome, by the way. Thank you for participating. I will never say your name right. I'll try. But you can actually ask Jackson Roykirk how many times I actually say his name correctly. And it's not a disrespect thing. I will try. I'm going to try my best to say King Sport Call. But we all know me here.
He's got a speech impediment.
I do. Yeah, I am not good with names. And I just do not. I do not mean any disrespect if I say your name wrong. It's just that if I get caught in my head, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, me, on the other point, I'll just make fun of your names. I don't care.
All righty. So there you go. We had a 9 from Dan Alvin. And then the next up was a 6 from Ethereal.
I'm just going to assume that maybe you're a Kings fan. That's what you're going.
That might just be, yes. Okay, so here's what we got. We got 1, 6, 1, 7, 3 8s, or 3. Yeah, 3 8. What? No.
Hey, Black Spiders, what's up?
1 3, 1 6, and 3 7s, taking down 5 of those 7 10s, and then 4 8s, taking down that 1 10 left and the 3 9s, and this is another 8. Damn it! I thought this might be the first one to hit the 10s.
He says he's only 42. He has problems remembering. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Hey, Black Spider, if you want to vote for this one, go right on ahead. We're going to move on a little bit, but remember, your votes will count. Oh, hey, it gets a 9. All right. Actually, let me see if that changes things. 1, 2, 3, taking out the 5. 1 through 4.
The other thing too is if you miss a stream, you can always just, if you see it, and then go in the comments
actually
section.
Yeah, that actually changes things.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for those who mostly, if you guys ever are late to a stream or you miss it, a ranking cover, watch it and then leave your rankings down in the comment section.
All right, there you go. Alrighty, so that goes to the 9s there, okay?
I'll score 10 if there's a Superman cover.
Do I have a Superman?
That'd be kind of weird. You've had everything but
no. Well, I had Superman on Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Next up. Okay, I got to tell you something. I added this because it's so incredibly retro. It reminded me of the Golden Age science comics. You know, and so here we go. This is Power of Shazam, issue number 19. And this is that was RDV, so this is mine. Yeah, once again, it is so retro. It reminds me of like the Strange Worlds or the EC comics. I think they just had one, like, what was it, Science or something like that. Weird Science. It is incredibly colored. I love the colors on this. Looks freaking awesome. I give this an easy 10. How about you, Eric?
I agree. This is definitely a 10.
All righty. And MK?
Yeah. Same. I think it's a 10. I like the kind of, even though I know this is way before, but maybe this is where the Matrix got the whole, slow-mo bullet thing from. I don't know. And I like the guy's suit on the left. It reminds me of the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, except for the helmet part, a little bit.
Well, that's Dr. Savannah he's carrying through.
Yeah, so. Yeah. His suit reminds me of the Tin Man a little bit.
Or the Puppet Governor.
All righty. Let's see. LK.
Yeah, it's good. 9.
All right. And RDV.
I'm getting airspace vibes here. Like the bullets, you could like imagine if that was like the blood cells going past you. It's really cool. I like it. And then like they're both having fun. At least the doctor is having fun, and he's like, "You stupid son of a bitches, it's your fault." Billy. Yeah, this is good. This is the 10. I like this. Makes me really want to read the book because I want to know what did the doctor do? Why is he in this mess with them? Because they're hated enemies.
Yep. All right, going to the chat. Let's see. 90s covers and no Reign of Superman. Yeah. For a little bit, by the way, and one of the 30 covers or 50 covers I gathered was Superman 225. I just couldn't find a good version of it that didn't look gray and dingy because of the shininess on it. But Superman in the goodness gracious, the Hank Hall, what was his name? Cyborg Superman. Yeah, it was a really good cover. But yeah, I think I pull up some interesting ones. Ethereal Dragon, you got to explain this. The 4, seriously? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just the rendering alone gets it out of the bad category. The coloring gets it out of the bad. But all right, everybody's got opinions. Jose says 6. And how is this average? Joe says 9. Eric and Boyd says 7. I mean, like, average. Do you see this all the time? Yeah. Let's see. 10 from Dark Admiral. How do you pronounce Constantine? Says Eric and Boyd. You're supposed to pronounce it Constantine. Englantine is a character in the comic book. Give it a 9. There you go. Dr. Savannah. 7 from Rhaegar. And once, of course, but we are also damage sensitivity to quality. Maybe that's it.
Cover artist Jerry Ordway is a cover artist on this.
Yep. 7 from Rhaegar. And 7 from Shirls. There we go. Power Shazam 19, retro painted cover from the 1940s, 50s feel. This cover sells the book, which is what an amazing cover should do. Scored a big red cheese 10 times infinity because it's that awesome.
You know, you could do a whole ranking on all these covers. Every single one of the Power Shazam covers is great.
Oh, absolutely.
That would make for a boring ranking show.
Say again?
I said that would make for a boring ranking show.
Yeah, well, if it's all 10s, yeah.
I mean, you could just sit that one out if you think it's boring.
9 Black Spiders, 8 Alpha Eagle saying like the bullet flying at us. 10 fantastic cover and color, does have a Golden Age feel to it. So we got an 8, a 9, and a 10. Ready, 9 and a 10. Let's see. No comment. Not a fan of Shazam. Yeah, but you could tell a good cover. Who is the cover artist?
Jerry Ordway.
Jerry Ordway.
I think he does most of them, actually, or not all of them.
All right. 9, that's a lot of projectiles behind him. Cyborg Superman, Hank Hill. There you go. It is an eyesore. Serious? What is a 10 cover to Ethereal Dragon? That's what I want to know. I don't like his Tony the Tiger
friend. Kamen Rider or Power
Rangers.
He's not even
on it. Dan Alvin says 8. And then we've got, let's see, I like this one. Looks like a comic book cover. 10 looks modern, but has OG Shazam feel. Alrighty. And then we've got 10 from Eddie. And sorry, I missed your comment. I think England Teen explained it. Okay. Earlier, of course, reminds me of Alex Ross. If you do a show with all 10 covers, I am going to rank at least 1 of 4. All right. Let's see.
What do you think of the
stop? Say again.
I was going to say, what he thinks it might be all 10 covers might not be all 10 covers. So it varies.
Well, everybody has different opinions. Yeah. You know, it's just he's our
what he thinks are 10 covers. We could not agree with them.
maybe it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get the stop, and we've got 1-4 trying to take out those 9-10. So it's going to need the 1-6, the 3. the 3 7s and the 2 8s. Still it fails, so we go to the 5 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we have we have 3 9s left. So
like
close.
All these covers, either were they looking at 14 or 24? Did you go through all these covers? You're picking this out?
Oh yeah. I went through. I almost put the Mary Marvel Ghostbuster cover on it.
I love the Superman cover guest starring number 20.
Yeah, that one's really good too. But I wanted to. I at the time, I guess I had a Superman cover because I didn't want to highlight them.
Yeah,
but,
I understand.
There you go. Yeah, I wanted it to highlight Shazam, but this is a 9. And let's see who started. I started this one, so we go back to Eric. And Eric, you get Mad Love. The Batman Adventures, Mad Love. Yeah.
I gotta get in the frame of mind for a completely different style of. But I'm gonna say 9 because the only thing I really don't like is Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it might have even been better if we hadn't seen hands coming out. It was just the bat.
Like Dracula.
Well, I mean, I said it didn't have to show the hands. He's coming at him.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9.
Yeah, where's legs? It's like
Right. Okay. We got a 9 for Mad Love. And MK, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll go 10 here. Maybe it's probably partially nostalgia, but yeah, I mean the Joker just looks awesome. He's really popular.
Yeah, he does. I love the beady eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just
really
makes him look creepy. Like they did a great job with him. That series just looks creepy.
All right, LK.
Yeah, I'm studying the cover here. There are a lot of things. I mean, it's classic Joker from the animated series, and a good rendition. I mean, obviously it's Bruce Timm, so he should, if anybody's going to be on character, it should hopefully be him. But I agree with Breen. The whole Batman thing there just really is a turnoff on this, and so I'm gonna rate it an 8.
All right. And RDV.
I'm liking that they're actually remembered. Hey, when you fire a machine gun, bullets fly out casings. So I like that. I love the over exaggerated giant stub nose 45.
Yeah.
This is my first time actually seeing this cover. I've never read it.
It's an incredible story. It is a great. You've seen the cartoon probably.
I've seen the cartoon, but I don't remember it. But I guess it's a story of her becoming Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's her origin story.
Yeah. The Batman is kind of weird, but I love the cowl. So the eyes enough mixed up for him not having no legs. The hands are kind of weird though, but I gotta go a 10 on it. I love the city's the background, everything. So.
Yeah, there's nothing that takes away from a 10 for me. This is one of my favorite covers of the 90s. Like I said, when I thought DC in the 90s, this was the first cover I thought of. So there was no way this wasn't going to be on it. It's awesome. It is the Harley Quinn we know, we love. I have seen the word nostalgia thrown around a couple of times in the comments. Haven't really gone deep into it. And that could be. But I do remember getting this in a miniature form with one of the videos. I don't remember which one. I would like to find that one again.
I would say runners up for this would have been the Sub-Zero or the Mask, or even the World's Finest one.
The Batman Adventure Sub-Zero is actually a Christmas comic, so you will see it during the holidays.
But I love the World's Finest one where they team up. I love that cover.
Yeah, that one's
and
good
the Mask with Phantasm.
Oh, dude, we could do this a lot. There are so many great covers. that had to be turned down. So yeah. All right, let's go to the chat. And Rhaegar and Eric Boyd is giving this a 10.
So
Let's see. Next up, I'm a lot more critical of newer covers than older covers because of the way comic art has evolved. Says One Slick. Joe says 9. There we go. And crap, I didn't want to do this, but I have to give it a 10. Damn. Yes, you did. You knew you wanted to do this because it's awesome. Dark Admiral says 10, and so does King Sporkle. That does not roll off the tongue as easy as King's Portal. Let's see. That's 2 there. And then we've got 9 from Shirls and an 8 from Brian Stam. Alrighty. 9, love it. Simple in a great way. And then we had, that's Alpha Eagle. Harley when she wasn't annoying. Yeah. Based on my own personal nostalgia, says King Sporkle. One Slick says 8. All right. And Rhaegar says he's basing his score on other people's personal nostalgia. Still mad at Bruce Timm. How does being mad at Bruce Timm make this a bad cover? Or a good cover, actually?
Current Bruce Timm, sure. Past Bruce Timm, there was nothing wrong with him.
Not at all. I mean, this was when they were on fire. Now they're on fire for different reasons. 90s Harley Quinn, the one and only. Batman is really off-putting. Can't believe I'm giving Tim a 6.
I would say her personality was annoying, but she wasn't written annoying.
Batman Adventures Mad Love. This is a painted version of 90s animated art style. Well rendered. Focus on Harley and slightly Joker. Batman is an afterthought. Score a 10. Mad love it. Alrighty. And let's see. 10 from Dan Alvin. And then we've got 9, cool cover. I'm probably in the minority, very cared for Harley. That's not a minority opinion. Let's see. Everybody should. We give RDV shit for all sorts of reasons. Black Spider gives it a 10. There you go. An Ethereal Dragon. Okay, he just answered what kind of cover gets a 10. This kind of cover. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. We got the stop once again. If you haven't voted, feel free to. We will put it in there and change things as we need. But we have 5 9s, 3 8s, 1 7, 1 6, and 12 10s. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first 10 of the night. Dun dun dun. All righty.
Nice.
Moving on to the 13th book of the evening. We're almost done here, kids. We're going to go to MK. MK, we're not done with Paul Dini.
Oh,
and here we have Batgirl Adventures.
Oh, Batgirl. Yeah. Yeah, I like I like Holly in the background and Ivy. I'm assuming that's Ivy, right?
Yep. Yeah,
and,
it looks like she's got the weeds off her arms and such.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of looks neat. Yeah. I will give this one a 9. Only because it's not Batman in front and center. It's Batgirl. She's okay. I just, think he's cool. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, I'll go 9. Yeah.
All righty. Oh, and my King's Portal. This is when Harley and Ivy were still friends. This whole all women who are ever friends have to be scissoring, that's 2010s. This is 1990s. There's a big old difference.
Yeah.
All righty.
It was Harley and Ivy as Thelma and Louise, basically.
Yeah.
The way it was. Yeah.
Don't put modern politics into 1990s. LK, what says you?
Yeah, this again. I mean, this was favorite art style. This is a great book, and Rick Burchett was also a great cartoon artist on this. That basically had that same Batman the Animated Series style. So yeah, this is a 10.
All righty. How about you, RDB?
Whenever I think of Batgirl, this is the style I think of. This from the cartoon, not even the comic books. This Batman Adventures was, or not Adventures, but a Batman in general animated series was my introduction to the DC comic world of Batman stuff. So these will always be my first go-tos. This is a 10. I like this iconic everything.
Alrighty. And Eric, what do you think?
Well, this doesn't have Batman's silly hands, so I'm giving this a 10.
Alrighty. MK. Oh wait, no, you started it. Okay, so it's my yeah, we've got
again. Okay.
Oh no.
right. We've got Harley and Ivy in the background, looking as if they're going to attack Batgirl, who apparently is doing the opening for her TV show. The colors are just pop. That white moon, I guess it's supposed to be, just really just makes her stand out. The buildings look good in the background. It's great coloring. The silhouettes, I love every bit of it. This is a 10 easy. This is, in fact, super awesome, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion. But let's see what you guys think. Let me scroll up here. 10 from Black Spiders. I heard Bruce Timm didn't create Harley. I have not heard that. Let's see.
Roy Thomas did.
Say again?
Roy Thomas did.
Roy Thomas. Oh, of course. Yeah, I heard about that. Jose says, I want to give it another 10. Yes, you do, sir, because this is awesome. But Ethereal Dragon says 8. One Slick Dude says 5. One Slick. Why? No, seriously, why? Not. Let's see. Cheryl says 10. And oh, what the heck, Jose? Okay. I thought you were giving it a 10 before. But Cheryl says 10 also. Let's see. 9. I love the Batgirl, says Joe. 8, it's wholesome, says King. Tolfer says 7. And this art style is simple but legendary, says Rhaegar, giving it a 10. 9, like it, but not quite as good as Mad Love, says Alpha Eagle. I can see that. Yeah. 10 for American Boyd. And then we have, back then they were just girlfriends, but just friends. Harley in the back, yep, with Ivy. Batgirl Adventure, says Maranya. Cover rendered in the animation art style. Colors of Batgirl echoed in the background. And Harvey and Ivy, Batgirl front and center like she should be. Score a Batgirl 10 times infinity and beyond. Let's see. They had. Don't get me started on the Joker, the Harley, and the abuse thing. And the fact that they changed it. This is so much better than any of those X-treme covers, says Joe. RTV is young. My introduction to DC is Super Friends.
Yes, I am incredibly young. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep, that was my Saturday morning. Dark Admiral Hare says 10, and Michael says 8. Very cool background colors. What was your introduction to the DC universe there, RDV?
I said the Batman animated series. Okay. I was 7 years old when that came out.
Yeah, I bought these comics off of spinner racks. Yeah. Okay, 10 for Paul Dini, especially the red sky background. Alrighty, let's see. I don't give a crap about Batgirl, let alone cartoonish Batgirl. Okay. Let's see. Hot take. I prefer this Batgirl cover to Mad Love, even though both got 10s from me. Alrighty. Well, let's get stop on this. And once again, remember you can still put in your vote if you need be. But for this one, we've got 1-5, 1-7, 3 8s, and 9 or 2 9s trying to take out 13 10s, and I don't think they're successful. All righty, and that we got 2 Paul Dinis in the top 10. Hello to Amy Lester. What's up?
Oh, hey. Good to see everyone. Oh, my gosh. That one in a bit of overtime. Oh, we're doing Harley Quinn books?
Oh, yeah. Well, would you like to take a shot? Look, what would you score this?
Oh, wow. That is really nice. Yeah, I'd say that's a 10. I love all the brushwork and the composition's really cool. That's neat.
All righty. And the last one was this one.
Oh, that's nice. It's really clean, but it's got a good composition and it's really interesting elements. Yeah, that's a great cover too.
They tried to hide the UPC code too.
I gotta tell you,
Oh,
I love
that's awesome. Look at that. Mhm.
I love your takes on comics. I almost want to start at the beginning, but we do have 2 left.
Two.
So,
All right.
yeah, you came in a little late.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that to go that long, but we just had part of the game engine that handles the animation sequences.
Uh-huh.
Part of that file corrupted, and it's just gone. So a section of it, my sister and her friend are having to rebuild, and they're kind of like, we really need to get our animator in here to go over how this behavior needs to work out. So they were kind of redoing some of the framework for a part of it, and they're like, okay, exactly how are we going to step through these paces, and how do you need them organized? So
You
it
know,
was a lot of that, but we got good notes. So
Hopefully
And
everything. I'll
new
tell you what.
ideas for videos. You and the Lister sisters can just go over this comic book covers or art. Your art.
All right. So who was next? Who did the last one?
Well,
It
Amy
was
hasn't gone first yet. Anything?
me, Eric, MK. This would be LK. Do you mind if Amy takes lead on this
Skip
one?
me. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
go right on ahead.
'Cause you're-
Legends of the Dark Knight number 50.
That's just
what a silly looking cat, but that's kind of awesome too. It's like the Cheshire Cat. Oh, this is bizarre, but it's really well done. Nice bright colors. The composition is interesting. He's so goofy looking. And there's Batman. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of bizarre, but I think that's kind of what they're going for, and I guess it does that. And kitties are cool, so I don't know what Catwoman would think of this though. She'd probably be kind of cross at Joker. I think I could give this a 10. It is really well done.
Alrighty. Eric, what do you say?
Yeah, I've got to give this a 10. And also, I'm fading fast. So when you get to the 10s, my vote is for the Batgirl.
Alrighty.
And you kids have a great rest of the evening.
Awesome.
Okay, you take care of yourself, man. Be
Get
safe.
some feel better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty, MK, what do you say?
Yeah, 10 all across the board. Yeah, it's just disturbing and awesome at the same time. You know, I feel like
It's-
Joker gave the cat the laughing gas from the movie, the
Yep.
first Batman movie.
Well, this is a take on the
Makeup,
laugh.
whatever.
There was not the laughing fish,
The Joker
but the-
fish?
No, the Death 5 Ways, which was kind of a take on Joker's first story, where he's going after people, and there's one murder he does where he threatens, "I'm going to kill this guy," and they've got cops all around the guy. Batman's there trying to protect him, and Joker poisons the cat and the cat attacks the owner, and that's how he scratches the owner, and that's how the owner dies. And this is kind of a take on that. LK, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's another Brian Boland cover, and the more that you look at it, just the finer detail comes through. I mean, the painting that cat is just amazing in terms of the level of detail on the fur, the claws being out, the teeth, the eyes. I mean, just everything. It's a 10. I mean, Boland's an amazing artist, and this is one of his better covers.
Okay, RDV.
I love the detail in the fur of that cat and everything
I
in there.
know, right?
Mhm.
That's what
LK
caught me
brought
right
it up
away.
too. There's depth to that fur.
Yeah.
He's also holding the cat up too.
You could take Batman out of there, on the cover, and it'd probably make it a lot better. But I just first thing I thought, I'm like, oh yeah, Joker fish. Now we have Joker cat. It's the kitty who laughs.
Don't give him any ideas.
Too
Yeah.
late, dude. Dude, do you think they listen to us?
Yes.
I'm just naming ideas that are probably already floating in their heads. Well, if we have the super pets, why wouldn't there be an evil cat? Joker
There
cat.
you go. What do you score this cover?
Yeah, that could work.
I'm giving this a 10. I like this. That's classic Joker on the right. I like that version.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And 5, right? Yep. Okay. We talked about the fur is amazing on this. There's depth. You can actually see like little indents. And as MK was going to point out, he's holding. You can see the scruff. He's holding the cat by the scruff.
The back of his head.
The sleeves. You see the Joker. What do you call it? Cuff links. The detail on this. I believe if you have only one artist to ever draw the Joker in his forever and ever, amen, it's got to be Brian Boland. It is amazing. Yeah, Batman seems like an afterthought, but who cares? Look at what's going on with Joker and that cat. It's amazing. This gets a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's get to the chat. And let's see. Where is the top of the? There it is. This is not a 10, says Jose. Jose, I think you should take a little time to really look at these things. Holy crap. But Cheryl says, yes, it is a 10. Jose says a 7. Alrighty, let's see. We got a 7. We've got a 10. 10 from Ethereal and an 8 from Joe. Alrighty. Ladies first. Wow, that's how we roll. 7, Joker, leave that cat alone. Leave that cat alone.
Do you notice the cat has sloth fingers?
I know, right?
Yeah,
10 from One Slick. Much better. Great detail. Michael says 9. Gotta love this cover. I think you do gotta love it. Alrighty. Bats in the back chilling. Yes, he is. Black Spider says 9. 4. Sorry, but I've never liked this cover, says Dark Admiral. Oh, every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you, Dark Admiral. Let's see. Legends of the Dark Knight, number 50, reminiscent of Killing Joke cover. Joker Cat really sells the book. Batman in the background scored a Joker Cat 10 meow, says Maranya. Alrighty, and next up we have, let's see, Dark Admiral, I know, right? Catwoman has a grudge against Catman when he modeled his costume after hers. Alpha Eagle says 10, amazing, might be better than the Killing Joke cover. It is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
It's also weird seeing the UPC on the right
I'll
side.
say 7. The cat disturbs me. You know what? Don't blame you. Do not blame you. 7 from Eddie as well. Let's see. Cats are always disturbing. I'm allergic, but we've got a stray that shows up, and my allergic ass feeds him. So it's not, he ain't going away. So occasionally I'm having sneezing fits. Rhaegar says 10. Let's see. Catman was definitely doing copyright infringement. I honestly thought I was the only one, Jose. Let's see. 10, says Topher. I could buy this book and not care if every page was blank. Joker's hair and chin are perfect. Nice texture for the cat's fur. Cool Batman cape. I just wish Boland didn't draw everything head on, like straight ahead. Yeah. Earlier, we had somebody complain that it wasn't straight on. So there we go. Let's see. That's another 10. Maybe it was a mistake to introduce her to the channel if you can't handle her around. Joker is holding the cat at the nape. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm not reading that, Alpha Eagle. I can get in trouble for certain things. Let's see. By the way, I got flagged again. I've got a community strike, by the way.
What?
I've got to be really careful here. I've actually got a community strike on me.
When did this happen? Recently?
No. This has been a while now.
Oh, okay.
It was political. You know, I'd say right out loud, I am a Trump supporter, and some people get violently pissed at that, and I got mass flagged on.
Oh,
so there you go.
awful.
Yeah, I like non-Joker-fied. I think most of us would prefer the non-Joker-fied. Ahoy, Amy Lester. Again, just in case you didn't see it, says Dark Admiral, and yeah, the Joker's face is similar to the Killing Joke's face. All right, I know this is supposed to be a stop, but I already had a start there, so I'll put that in there just so I could get rid of it. and let me drop this and let's see what we've got. We've got 2 9s, 1 8, 4 7s, and 1 4. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Working on 12 10s, ladies and gentlemen. We have our third 10. And maybe I kind of swung a little bit too far into the Harley Quinn of it all, but LK, you can begin.
That's the cover.
Yeah, I mean, this is another classic Alex Ross cover. I mean, this is now adorned posters and, you know, everything. So it's well done, but you know what? I'm giving it a 9. I can't go 10 on it.
All right. What keeps you from going 10? Just asking.
It's Alex Ross. Yeah, yes, but it's just I don't know. It's too simple for Alex Ross, and maybe it's just also just too all over the place in terms of just seeing it everywhere, and it's
the familiarity has bred a little contempt.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. RDV, what do you say?
7. I've just
Are
never
you
been
out
a
of
fan of this cover.
mind? What?
It's just so I've never been a fan of this cover. It just seems so bland to me. I like action covers more than I like this. It's just it's imposing. I don't like Joker looking like he's 50 plus.
Okay, it's a little more Jack Nicholson, Nicholson-ish. Amy, what do you think?
Older.
I mean, I get saying that it might not seem like as whimsical and like as imaginative some of the other covers are, and there certainly doesn't have the level of dynamics that you see like with the Harley Quinn cover and the Batgirl cover that was, you know, up earlier, because there's a lot more dynamics and levels, and it makes them that can be, you know, more interesting. But this is just such a clean silhouette and so graphically interesting, just with the really bright whites and the really dark black colors. The pose is, of course, really well done, and the brushwork in this is really nice. I totally respect if people are like it's more like a painting than a comic cover. That's, you know, that's totally fine. And he has done some comic book covers which are also really dynamic, and I don't know how he managed to get the models for those, but I'd still think it's just such a graphic, interesting piece of art, and the way like the fonts and everything kind of echo the colors that are in it. It's a really great piece. I would give it a 10. Just it's very well done.
MK, what do you say?
Overall I'll go 10. You know, I like it's very, you know, it's simplistic yet, you know, gets the point across, and I like the level of detail is awesome, you know, and I see what everybody says, you know, what they're saying when it looks like a painting, you know, it definitely looks, but yet you still see the finer details, which is, you know, very like with her outfit, you know, like the stretchiness of the elastic or whatever she's wearing, but yeah.
The weight of the little pom-poms on the cowl, it actually, you can kind of feel how they're connected and what the material is connected to is sort of like. You kind of right? It's just,
like kind of like a Santa hat, you know.
I give it a 10 also. And one thing I have to point out, and I pointed that out on a cover yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before, is that the fabric is reacting to the body. There are wrinkles at the joints. And a lot of times in comics, you don't see that.
Right.
This is, and it's that kind of detail, I think, that makes this stand out. You know, on Joker's shirt at the bottom, there's a wrinkle as part of it's tucked in, part of it's not. The obviously it's a use of negative spaces. We don't see the Joker. We don't see his body. We see the white flower in order to give him an idea of where his shoulders are, as well as Ivy's hand placement over. Otherwise, all that's drawn on the Joker is his head, his cravat, and the flower. You know, his waistcoat. Yeah, and that's it. And by that, we're able to tell, or in the gloves, of course. by that, we're able to tell body placement, and it works. Every bit of it works because of what's going on with Ivy's body. It sells it. So even though the Joker only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements to him, he is truly a 3D character there because of the way Harley's body was painted to react to him. It's so much more in depth and than just, oh well, it's a painting. Yeah, it's a painting, but look at the painting. Look at the detail in the painting and the stuff that had to happen. Look at the individual hairs on the Joker's head. This isn't just a flat green over that. It's got shading. It's got dark. Everything has been rendered perfectly.
He's a fantastic artist.
Yeah. Now I listened to Tim Lim talk to me about why Alex Ross is a great cover artist and not a great artist for comics because he paints. It's very stagnant, but that's what you're getting here. This is a portrait, but there is so much more than just flat images here. So yes, absolutely a 10. As Maranya sometimes says, I'll give it a 10 because I can't give it 1,000. All right, Ethereal Dragon says 10, 9 from a Jose. Alrighty, and let's see. You could say calling it iconic is more like a meme instead. Just 5. Kidding. It's a 10, says Eddie. Alrighty, 10 Absolute Gem, says Dark Admiral. Let's see, 10 for American Boyd. Jack Nicholson Joker, yes. Let's see. King Sports Gold says 10. Alrighty. And American Eagle, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. American Eagle, or Alpha Eagle, excuse me, says 10, best of the night. Let's see, Dark Admiral, you better give LK crap after I got the Party Pooper song. Hey, he only went 9. Let's see, I have the trade. It's a great comic too. It's a really good story. I'm following Eric Green's lead. I'm struggling to keep my peepers open. Everyone have a great Labor Day weekend. You too, Eric and Boyd. Take care, man. Don't forget to show up at the auction tomorrow.
Well, another Eric, go to bed. We'll have a trifecta.
Now I'm curled into a fetal position crying. 8, Joker looks weird in a tux, says one slick.
Must be the name Eric.
This is a certified 10, says Rhaegar. 10 tight, says Tolfar.
They're all dropping. Good night. 1 second.
2. All righty. Let's see. 9, fantastic art, says Michael, and a 9 from Joe. Let's see. The dynamic of the black makes it look cool. RDV 50 plus. LOL. Alex Ross posed for this himself. I don't think he was 50 at the time though. Yes, I could see the Nicholson.
No, I was talking about Nicholson. I never mentioned the Nicholson. That was somebody else. I just said this Joker looks old compared to Harley. Yeah.
Harley Quinn, pretty cover. This should have been the Mad Love cover. Joker's body fades into the black background because Harley is the focus. Score and Alex Ross 10. That's the Harley one on screen. We could have had it if they didn't cut it. Margot Robbie was great, but she wasn't in classic costume great. Like I said, in the deleted scenes, there's more of her in it. Tim Lim from Iconic Comics. Yeah, he came to Disney. I got to hang out with him and Mark and Doug. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. The curve of Harley body leads to the Joker's face. He is the focus of all the insanity.
Night, Joe.
Good night to One Slick. Let's see. The way you read it, heading out. Have a good night, Joe. Feeling Discover uses elements on the new Joker, the 2 movies. Okay. All righty. So here's what we got, gang. We've got 1 6, 1 7, 4 9s working against 14 10s. This is another 10. There we go, guys. That is the way we rank things. But let's see. There we go. All right. LK and I think we're hitting it at the same time. Okay, so we've got an obvious we've got an obvious number 15, and that's the JSA Liberty Files. All righty. That being said, we need to find out what are the 7s. What is 14 and 13? I think it looks good the way it is. MK, what do you think is the best, the Preacher or the Starman?
Preacher or Starman? That's number 7, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll definitely go Preacher.
Okay, LK.
Starman.
All righty. RDB.
Preacher.
Okay, so it's going to be Preacher. Amy, which one would you have voted for?
I haven't seen either of them, but I like all of the blue in that one.
Oh, that's right. Do you? Okay. Let's see. So we've got 3 and 2. Let's go to the 8s. And okay, you know what, Amy? Here you go. And if you could do this quickly, here is the Justice League cover.
Oh, that's so cool. There's a giant starfish. Yeah, this is amazing.
What would you score it real quick?
Oh, 9 at least.
All righty. Let's see which, and this is the Vengeance of Bane.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's probably I would say it's probably a 9 too, at least.
All right.
He's kind of funny looking, but I like the brushwork. Color.
Yeah,
And this is the Suicide Squad.
Oh no, poor her. It's a little simplistic. Well, that's not exactly correct. It is interesting. I think I'd probably give that an 8.
All righty. So which one do you think is the best out of those 3?
Oh, I like the Starman. That's really fun.
The Justice League, which one is the worst?
I think that it's probably good the way it is. Yeah.
All righty. How about you? Let's see. Oh, I guess it would be back to me. Yeah, I agree. It's good the way it is. What about you, MK?
I'll say, yeah, I like that order. I like Starman. I mean, Starfish.
Starfish.
So we're going to keep it that
Number
way.
one.
We'll start with LK on the 9s. What's your favorite? What's your least favorite?
Of the 9s, probably I guess Kingdom Come's my favorite, and get over there. My least favorite would be Wonder Woman.
Alrighty. RDB.
Hellblazer is my favorite. Least favorite is actually Kingdom Come.
Alrighty. Amy. Here you go. Okay, the first one, the Hellblazer. And once again, really quick, if you could score them.
I would probably either give it a 1 or just say I'll skip.
Okay. Now we know what her least favorite is.
Yeah, she loves skulls. Yeah, skulls.
Okay, this is the Kingdom Come cover.
Oh, that's nice.
It's the smoking ad for Superman.
Yeah, I think I could probably do an 8 on that. I'd like to see more of the face in like a really well done painting, but it is cool.
This was the Flash.
That is interesting. It's kind of simple, but is Flash dancing? He looks like a little ballerina. This is whimsical. I'd give this a 9.
Alrighty. And let's see what else was on the cover. We've got the Shazam.
Well, I like Shazam. What in the world? Okay. There's lots of bullets. There's Shazam. I like his spacesuit. The repeated little pattern here is actually a little too tight and nervous. Like, don't really grok that. But it is well done, and I love Shazam in a spacesuit. So yeah, I would have to give that at least a 9.
Alrighty. And let's see, where'd that go? That would be a 9. And then the last one was a Jokerized Wonder Woman.
Oh. Huh. It's kind of an interesting picture, I guess. It seems to be drawn well. It's fine. I guess I'd give that an 8.
Alrighty. So what would be your we know what your least favorite is. What would be your most favorite?
I guess probably maybe either Flash or Shazam. Maybe Flash. I don't know. What do you think? Between those two?
It's your opinion.
Oh, okay. I guess Mm,
Okay, if you're picking that as the favorite, it would go straight to 10 because Hellblazer and Kingdom
Okay.
Come got worst. Yeah. Okay, my choice on these, I would say the best is Shazam, and the worst of these would be the Kingdom Come. Yeah, there you go. MK, did you vote?
No, this one not yet.
Go on ahead, real quick.
My favorite is actually the Wonder Woman Joker, and least favorite's the Shazam.
So
you got totally
brings
different ones, right?
Yeah,
Right?
well, I don't think anybody voted Wonder Woman as worst, so that would go in front of the Shazam. All right.
No,
No.
it got a worst vote from me.
Okay, so there we go. All righty. So Flash, Amy already scored the top. Let's see. So let's see. I would say the best is the Mad Love cover. The worst being Legends of the Dark Knight 50. And by that, I mean the least great, because all of these
they're all
covers got
amazing.
10s from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, MK?
Yeah, for me, the Joker cat's number one, and the least favorite would be Batgirl.
Alrighty. You know what? Next time, and by all means, please remind me when we're doing this after we score a level, I'll go to the chat and read what they're saying because I feel like I'm ignoring way too much during this segment. Alrighty, LK, how do you feel?
Brian Boland and the Cat number one, and Alex Ross is the least favorite.
Okay, RDV.
All right, let's go. The animated Batgirl is my favorite, and my least favorite is the Alex Ross Joker Harley cover.
Okay. And Amy.
I think Eric said his favorite was the Batgirl. I think he said that before he left.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That gets a score for the. Yeah.
I think my favorite is the Mad Love. That's just a nice composition, and she's got a cute look on her face.
So it's got 2 votes.
Right. Well, I mean, like you say, they're all great.
Yep.
I guess I would say my least favorite would probably be the Joker and the Cat, but it's still a great piece.
All right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you are, our 15 DC 1990s covers. The worst of them being JSA Liberty Files number 1. And then we had Starman, and that was issue number 14. And that is issue number 10. Creature number 1 is 13. Number 12 is Suicide Squad. Issue number 49. Number 11, Batman Vengeance of Bane. And then number 10 is JLA number 23. Number 9 is Kingdom Come number 4. Number 8 is Wonder Woman number 97. Number 7 is Shazam, The Power of Shazam, and that is issue number 11. And let's see. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 is The Flash number 56. 4th place, I believe, is the Alex Ross Harley Quinn special. 3rd place is the Paul Dini Batgirl. 2nd is Legends of the Dark Knight number 50. And the number 1 best DC cover of the 90s this round is Mad Love. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to vote in the poll here real quick. Once again, I will start reading off your comments after every level. Mad Love is best. Joker Cat worst, says Jose. Looks like October 3rd will be the Lester Sisters anniversary on the channel.
Aww.
So I Love Comics needs to let them decide on a cover to ranking covers. Okay, I'm good with that. Can't believe Harley is all topped. I know, right? Let's see. Joker and Harley hands down. Oh, my bad. 3 is 3, not 4. Yep. Let's see. Joker Cat is dope, says Dream Realm. Oh, by the way, Dream Realm, feel free to vote in. Everybody's welcome, even if you've never done this before. Yeah. Good night, Michael Taylor. Let me check on this poll and see who
Wow,
won. What next?
The poll is actually
once
very
again,
surprising.
this is going to be the last poll for a while as we're going to catch up. That being said, I'm going to do the second round because we never did a second season bracket. So I'm going to do that instead. What we got here, 34 votes. Wow. Almost tied the record. Thank you to everybody who participated. 14% went with Micronauts. I still say that spelled wrong. Silver Age Atom, 17. 29% for Bronze Age Wonder Woman, but 38. You guys must be 90 kids. 90s kids love video games because that got 38%. So I'll mark it down. We'll be doing video games now. The reason why we're taking a break from the polls is we are almost to October. So let's get let's with all that, like this one will be let me check here. This one will show up in season 6. We're on 5 right now. Season 6, somewhere it would be September 28th. That's how far out we are. So we're going to take a little bit of time and do a little catching up. And by that, what's going to happen is we're still going to take a break in the middle, but we're going to do a bracket fight. And so we could do it for season 2 because we never did one for season 2. All right. That being said, let's see. Tomorrow is our auction. I forgot to do and that's a lie. I didn't forget. This house was hot as hell. They gave us the smallest, oldest air conditioning, and it's hotter inside the house than it is outside. So I spent a lot of time sitting in front of a fan in my room, getting packages ready to go. So yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Reddy's comments.
RDB and MK found 2 of those bags of 10,000 votes each to get to the video comment. Yeah. Silver Age Atom got dissed. I agree. Silver Age Atom covers are awesome.
I am appalled at that accusation. Even though it's accurate, I don't care. I'm appalled that you didn't say that.
Yeah, I totally got like 10 other accounts for sure. You know, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, you know, all of those guys. You know.
Right?
There you go. I'm offended. That doesn't mean I'm right, but I'm offended.
Yes.
Oh, Amy, maybe she likes Sonic, right? And Mario. I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's true.
Just a shot in the dark there.
There's a lot of Archie Sonic covers. With that being said, that day Eric Breen will not be on the panel.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "What the hell?" He's probably thinking.
This is what you guys voted against right here. This Silver Age Atom has some freaking awesome. By the way, Gil Kane covers.
Oh, cool! It looks like he hurt his back.
Yeah, that's what y'all voted against here. Well,
they're cool.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, a little old school, but you know, not bad. Yeah,
we need old school. We've done a lot of not old school stuff. I've got this one right here.
I know it's cool. It's cool.
But there you go. Yeah, that's what you voted against when you voted against the Atom. I don't know.
Like I said, dude, if there's so many in the backlist as far as like polls that won winners that we haven't done yet, put them on the spinner and we'll get them going. You know?
Oh, there you go.
Well, yeah, for sure.
You should have done this to help sway the vote.
I totally would have voted for the Atom.
Or one night we should, like I said, one night we should just do a stream where we're just taking ideas from the chat and put them onto the thing, and that's how we'll decide that at the end of each ranking cover. Well, we got
all right. You know what? Once again, we are let's see what we got here. Let me here because I've still got the last time we did a drawing on here. RDV, you just won, by the way.
Thank you.
I pulled up the spinning wheel, and just for fun, I hit the middle of it. RDV, you won.
I told you, man. I win when it doesn't count.
You win when it doesn't count. Yes. Alrighty. Let's see. What was it? It was the Atom. What else was on tonight's Micronauts?
Micronauts.
Golden
Silver
Age,
Age.
Wonder Woman. Right?
And
Bronze Age.
Bronze Age.
Bronze Age.
Bronze Age, excuse me. Yeah, Bronze Age. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, starting with this one. Every night, I'll say, give me your suggestions. Okay, I'm going to save this. I'm going to put it in the bookmarks. And
Well, you could just grab a whole bunch of them right now if you want. People could throw some in the other ones they didn't vote on and just toss them in there.
No, I cannot. I need you guys to put comments in these videos. So, by all means, leave the comments below, and when this gets posted, and I will put them on the wheel. That I have had hundreds of names on that wheel to spin. So by all means, there you go. That being said, tomorrow is our auction. Some Alpha Flight, a lot of Defenders. I've got a freaking long run of Defenders. I've shown off some of the big dogs already. Where did I put them? Including, by the way, you're right. I've got to put up a couple of advertisements. Shit, I forgot to do that. We have an autographed Crisis on Infinite Earths #1. It's autographed by George Perez, and it does come with a certificate of authenticity. So, yeah, this is a big deal. They're not making that anymore. There's no, all the autographs done by George Perez are out there.
So
He's
that'd be like
not doing
$5. That'd be $5, right? To start.
Right, of course. Yeah, I'm going to start it off about $2. See, yeah, it's going to be the big dog, and I got a lot of other books as well. So by all means, check this out tomorrow at 8:00 is the auction. So yeah, by all means.
It's like eBay bidding. It's like you just start off at $2, and then it keeps going, and you don't get to meet your limit there. Sorry.
Yeah, if you on eBay, if you start something off at $2, you're selling it for $2. Where the hell did I guess I brought them upstairs? Yeah,
Pistachio?
No, Pistachio is not autographing that comic.
Huh? Oh no, I thought you meant you're looking for the bird.
Well, he's the one that signed the certificate with a crayon.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. I'll be.
What I saw the other day? Pistachio flavored ice cream, and they also pistachio flavored yogurt now.
Oh. I was gonna say, when he said that Angleton was feeding a stray cat, I was thinking, I hope Pistachio's not around when he does that.
No, he only feeds stray hawks.
Oh God.
Don't say that.
These are some $5 and the big dogs and such. So
yay!
Let's see. Got the Captain America. This is iconic Captain America Deathlock cover.
That was Deadshot at first.
I thought that was a Terminator first.
This is Captain Marvel. I hate these stickers. I have to peel off for a 61. I just like the cover.
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
I picked it up.
There's like 33 people in the chat at one point. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
nice cover.
Yeah. We had a big night tonight. Captain America Annual #6. And then we have Avengers #220.
Cool.
Got King Size Annual #15 from Fantastic Four. King Size Annual #4 from Captain America. And then I have we're going to have the first appearance of Speedball. This is Amazing Spider-Man Annual #22. Then we've got first appearance of the New Warriors. And we have what I was describing.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
That's a cool cover.
Yep.
Something with kaboom. Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
Alrighty. So by all means, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, please show up for the auction. This is the way I pay bills. The YouTubes have they've nerfed my channel, so I'm not making money just by making videos. So this is a good way to help the channel, and this is the way I help my family. So by all means, please show up for the auction. It's a way of donating and getting something back. Certainly appreciate it.
Comics are fun.
Yep. Say again.
Comics are fun.
They are. They are. I love comics. I should start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You should.
Might as well.
About love how you love comics.
You know, for the polls, I got 3 wins in the last week and a half. The Spectre one, Twilight Zone one, and now video game one.
MK has his finger on the pulse of the audience. There you go. Yes. Yeah, we had a good night.
Not on the neck.
Even you could feed a hungry England team today. I would appreciate that, but more importantly, you could help feed my family and my daughter. My wife and my daughter come first. That's actually really true. I always wait for, like, when Gail cooked dinner. I'm not allowed. Something about smoke and spicy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a good cook. I try, but I am not a good cook. And Gail put the kibosh on that. Like, she goes, "Oh, why don't you make the chili tonight? I'm tired." Okay. So I went out and I got chili beans and I got chili powder and I got everything that you need to make chili. Well, Gail likes, her chili is tomato soup with beans. So, yeah, after I burned her out, I'm not allowed to cook. If I'm not in the U.S., the comic will be shipped, I suppose.
I'm noticing a pattern. You mess up the laundry on purpose. You mess up the cooking on purpose.
In the arms of an angel. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not allowed. How do we get onto that? How do we get onto that? I'm not a cook and Gail's cooking.
I don't know.
I don't know how our conversations go to half the places. I'll tell you what, we were talking about the how many people were watching. You know what really kind of disappointed me? Storm. The rain covers, right?
Yeah.
That night, usually when we stop one of these, there's maybe 50, 60 views. That's fine. It tells me that most of the people that watch it from the beginning to end, or, you get a lot of people drop off as we start ranking them, putting them in place and such. But the views for the rain cover at the end of the night ended at 100. And I thought, holy shit, we might actually get a 300. Man, it stopped at 160. I thought really this was gonna be the one that beat the Marvel Age, Silver Marvel Age. Yeah. I can ship internationally. It's gonna cost a bundle. That's what has kept me from doing it in the past. The way that the Canadian neighbors would have American friends and they'd go over the border to get them. Otherwise, there was one gentleman, God bless him, great guy, ordered $200 worth of books. I was excited. That's $200 worth of books. And he said, I told him, don't send your check. Let me go check the shipping. And it was $250 to ship these books.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's a little expensive, so I always.
What if you shipped them like 5 at a time or 2 at a time? How much would that?
It would probably still be $20 or $30 each box. Yeah.
If I'm not in the United States, how does comic be shipped? I suppose. Well, if you're willing to pay the shipping, that's the thing, though. It's a lot of it's expensive for shipping.
If you're willing to pay, sure, I'll do it, but it is expensive.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where you're from. Is the shipping different? I feel like it's cheaper to get stuff to Japan than Canada half the time, and I don't know why that is, but
I think there's a deal that was made.
My friend Risey, he lives in Australia. He said it's cheaper to him to get stuff from Japan than it is the U.S.
Yeah, I think there's a deal going on with some Asian countries where it's just cheaper.
Yeah.
I think China has that as well. But yeah. But there you go, kids. That being said, I have to drive my wife to work tomorrow, and she gets up at 6. So you kids have a great time.
You're driving your wife to work? She must be upset.
Yeah. Oh, I hate doing it. She wakes up way too early. But I need to make sure I get as many packages out as I can. Like I said, I ran out of boxes. I was packing everything up, and I ran.
She works at Target, right, or something, or Walmart.
Yeah, she works at the Walmart. So there you go. Once again, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to click like, share, and all that. Put your suggestions in the comments below. Always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
And if you haven't done so, please subscribe, smash that like button, and check out the Ko-Fi, which is in the description of the video.
Good
I
night,
know, not a
everybody.
good shill. But
Bye,
there you go.
everyone. God bless.